Wanna go outside, Tucker? Outside. Go outside. Come on. Excuse me. Welcome in, everybody. Anyone that's new to stream, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button with notification bell. Double tap that screen. We're 3 away from 11K, man. We hit 11K, went over 11K, and now we're back down like 3 below. So I don't fucking know, dude. It'll happen when it happens, right? But yeah, man. So I figured, I don't even know, man. Nick Shirley on some wild shit. Do we believe Nick Shirley almost got taken hostage, or do we not? I don't know. We'll figure it out, though. We're here for it. But as you guys know, man, make sure you guys double tap the screen. Your boy is on the grind. We're out here. Kids are with their mom for a visit, so we're here, man. Doing something a little different. But yeah, man, so apparently Nick Shirley was in Cuba. Everyone knows, ain't nothing new. And somebody, or apparently like Cuba's intelligence was following him. He was told that the Cuban president knew he was there and all this other stuff. So is everything working? Seems like it. All right, man. Hopefully it's not too laggy on Google Chrome. Let's turn this down just a little bit, bro. Make my ears explode.
Ninguna comunidad.
None of the gas stations are even in operation right now because there's quite literally no gas.
And we stand out like sore thumbs here, so they're wondering why we're here with cameras, interviewing people. They want to know what's happening and what people are saying. That's why people are not talking to us much.
They're asking why are we trying to leave the hotel early.
They want to talk to us.
Cuba right now is facing one of the largest humanitarian crises in the world. Cuba's government is a one-party communist-ruled country, and they are facing massive food shortages, daily blackouts, and a lack of medicine. And right now, a U.S. blockade is restricting oil and gas from coming inside of the country. With communism and socialism on the rise in the West, I wanted to see what life in communism is really like firsthand, as Cuba has been living underneath communism for over 60 years. Upon arrival, I completed all required documents and had received a visa for journalistic activity. However, once I landed, all my camera gear was seized, and within 24 hours, I was planning my escape out of Cuba after their intelligence followed me all day and a 2-star general came searching for me at the hotel. Now let's go see the reality of Cuba and eventually plan our escape out of Cuba. Where are the people at? ¿Dónde está la gente? No hay nadie aquí en la calle, no hay nadie aquí en estas casas. ¿Dónde está la gente?
The problem is that there's no gasoline. It's not easy to move. Anyway, We have a lot of limitation for work.
None of the gas stations are even in operation right now because there's quite literally no gas. When the United States captured Maduro, their main supplier of gas and oil was shut off. So the country right now has hardly any gas, and if you do want to get gas, you have to wait in a line from the government. The guy that we're in our taxi with right now, he said his position to get gas is $1,200 in line, and gas from the government costs around $1. But gas, if you were to buy it,
imagine being on a waiting list for gasoline. Like, that's just crazy to me.
on the black market costs $10 per liter. That's $40 per gallon if you were to buy gas here in Cuba. Before they captured Maduro, was there gasoline in the gas stations?
Always. It was easy. Nowadays it's really bad, but it was easy to get gasoline.
And for you,
every day you can go to the gasoline station and buy it normally. It was normal, but nowadays it's really bad.
¿Y cómo está sobreviviendo la gente aquí en Cuba?
Just imagine the reality of it. With 1,000 sacrifices and 1,000 daily struggles, the average Cuban citizen is the one really going through absolute hell here in this country.
It's so interesting being here in Cuba because everything is just like empty. It's almost very like North Korea-like. When you come into a massive plaza and there's not even cars. Like, listen, right now you can't even hear a car in sight. And they have all this other portraits of people and past leaders of Cuba, yet there's hardly anyone even here. It's very strange here. They're saying that this is even more quiet than during COVID, during the pandemic. Less people are even leaving the streets than during the pandemic. That's how bad the crisis is right now. And the Cuban people simply just don't have money, and they also just do not have the resources like gasoline to be able to go out and continue their normal lives right now. We headed to a nearby hospital, and from this moment on, we noticed we were being followed by Cuban police and their intelligence after the word got out as asking people about communism. Inside of a communist country, there's no such thing as freedom of speech or freedom of the press. In fact, if you speak out against the current regime or against communism, your neighbor can then report you to an area inside of the neighborhood where the government or the police will then come after you, and you have the risk of being imprisoned for speaking out against the regime. And what's the reality of living inside of communism? ¿Qué es la realidad de vivir en comunismo?
Son presidentes todos, son jefes todos.
El gobierno.
Sí, así es que funciona.
Hay mucha gente que está muriendo por el comunismo.
Por eso mismo, porque no hay pastillas, no hay nada para darle a la gente.
And what would be your last message to the people about living life in communism?
Bueno, el último mensaje que daré es que lo más malo que hay aquí en Cuba es el comunismo, que viven todo en comunismo. Eso es lo más malo que hay aquí en Cuba ahora mismo, el comunismo.
¿Y qué piensa ahora de su propio presidente, Canal?
Bueno, yo pienso que no tiene la capacidad para ser presidente, porque nos estamos muriendo de hambre. Si no trabajamos, nos morimos de hambre.
And do you believe that it's the responsibility of the government to give food to the people? ¿Crees que es la responsabilidad del gobierno para dar comida a la gente?
Sí, porque son los jefes, tienen que abastecer al pueblo.
¿Qué piensa de lo que está haciendo Donald Trump con el aceite y con la gasolina, como no está dejando gasolina para entrar? See, like, people are very scared to answer and even give questions and responses here because of communism. And because when you say communism, when they say that they control the food or they control the jobs, they also control the freedom of press here. So a lot of people aren't used to talking on camera. And ¿qué piensa eso de
Que se cinga días Canel. Que se cinga días Canel.
Security had noticed that two random individuals had appeared while we were doing these interviews, and they decided it was time to leave. What happened while we were conducting some of those interviews?
Right now, while we were finishing one of the interviews, some undercover cops, you could just tell they're undercover cops. They came out of nowhere. They got on better used phones than the average person here, and they were right away communicating.
I'll just change it, bro.
Why are we saying we're gonna f them? And like what? Like there's no other word for it. It's disgusting.
I absolutely agree with you.
How old are you?
I'm 53.
And you are trying to have sex with a 17-year-old child.
When deputies are called to check on a teenage boy vacationing in Florida, they make an appalling discovery. His phone reveals that he's been receiving explicit messages from an adult who wants more from him than texting.
So bottom line, I'm gonna be honest with you. At this point, we're trying to, because this is sick, figure it out. Oh yeah, it's definitely sick.
The following report is based on official police records, and most of the footage has never been seen before until now. Please note that all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. In the middle of the night on March 29, 2025, a dispatcher receives a call from a distressed woman who appears to be concerned about a 17-year-old boy.
Walton County 911, what's the address of the emergency?
There's weed, underage kids. This little kid just left. They won't let me in the house. I'm trying to find my son's friend.
I don't know where he is. They told me he's in Seaside. I'm going to find him.
The caller, 53-year-old Tracy Heinfeld, tells the dispatcher that she's been communicating with the teen and she's taking matters into her own hands.
Texted me, said, can you please leave me alone? I said, where are you? I'm on the phone with the cops. So I'm gonna find out where he is, and I'm gonna go get his rear end.
Okay. Is he staying with you?
No, ma'am, he's not. They're on spring break. Him and my son have been friends since they were in like 6th or 7th grade because they played football together.
Mm-hmm.
And these kids are down here. And he's with some kids. I have no idea who they are.
Is your son with you?
No, my son is actually in Orange Beach, which is where I came from to check on him.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Tracy says she took the late-night trip from Orange Beach, Alabama to Santa Rosa Beach, Florida, nearly a 2-hour drive, in an attempt to check on the boy herself.
Where are his parents?
I don't know. I'm about to call his mom. What I'm doing is I'm texting him to say I'm calling his mom, and that's gonna freak him out because I'm like his second mother.
Mm-hmm. Are you parked right outside the address?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just stay in your vehicle for me. How did you find out that he could be at this address, though?
Okay. I'm friends with most of my son's friends on social media. I think the deputy mayor just pulled it behind me.
Okay, go ahead and make contact with him then, all right?
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Bye-bye.
Deputies with the Walton County Sheriff's Office arrive, but before they make it to Tracy's car, the teenager in question flags them down, revealing that he's scared of Tracy and shows a text exchange that leaves them deeply disturbed.
So why are we calling this young man baby daddy?
Baby daddy?
We got the whole text feed, the whole Snapchat feed.
You know what we're talking about? You know what I'm talking about? What my sergeant is talking about? Let me refresh your mind. And then that way you make it easier for my sergeant.
I know.
So if you know, why are you playing that game?
It was a lapse in judgment. I had a little bit to drink this afternoon, and he was drinking, and I was concerned.
How old are you?
I'm 53.
And you are trying to have sex with a 17-year-old child. And you can't say you weren't. It specifically states in there that you would even take him to the club and buy him liquor or whatever he wanted. I saw the text.
Oh, no, ma'am, I did not.
Oh, yes, you did. Go ahead and read it to her.
According to police records, Tracy began texting the teen earlier that evening. The first text read, "Hey, baby daddy, are you ready for me? I've been a very bad girl. Do you want to be bad with me?" At first, the teen interacts with Tracy, but after she says that she's coming to pick him up, he shuts it down.
You want me to refresh it again? We're going to do it. We're going to play that?
Please, I did not say that.
Because you've now crossed state lines.
We're not doing this. We're not doing this. Are you positive about it? So you telling me that my sergeant is lying?
No, I'm sorry. I don't think that I said that about buying him a drink.
Yeah. So let's begin with this. So this is you, right?
That's me,
So this is you.
Well, I don't know if
this is not you?
That is my picture. I don't know if this is my current picture, though.
Okay.
On my text.
Okay. No, I want to refresh your mind.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
But I just want you to see it.
Okay. Yes, sir.
I'll read it to her. Absolutely. I mean, she knows exactly what she wrote. She has it on her phone.
It needs to sink in because she's obviously denying everything, and it's literally
I'm
right there.
To see you. I'm already about halfway there. So if when I get there, you want to go to the club, I'll go to the pub with you and make...
Welcome back, Rama. Much love. Make sure you guys double tap the screen in when it's new to the stream. Show some love and support. We vibing on a Saturday, man.
Maybe I can pick you up a drink and get you drunk and take advantage of you. Or maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just see you and see me and just turn around and go home.
No, sir.
So this is not your phone. That text message that came out of your
that
phone?
did not come out of my... I have not typed that.
So
let me ask you a question. When I'm looking at this...
Yes, that's my picture. Yes,
yeah,
ma'am.
and when I'm looking at this and I have his phone in my hand, a picture of my truck
I took a picture of... Yeah.
pops up on this same feed.
Because I took it.
On this same feed.
These kids are smart.
According to police records, the teen's phone showed that Tracy...
Yeah, I swear to God, Nick is beefing with everybody all the time, dude. And down bells, yeah. I mean, it's just... There's a lot of infighting between us.
He sent him 2 photos.
I wouldn't say us, because I wouldn't consider myself a Republican, but there's a lot of infighting right now in the whole political space, right?
One of the sergeant's patrol vehicle and another of deputies standing in front of the house. Since the photos are part of the same conversation, the deputies use it to debunk Tracy's claim that it wasn't her who sent the inappropriate texts.
We're not doing that. We are not doing that.
Definitely smarter than you are.
I think they are. Yeah.
Oh, no. We already determined that. I think you're the one who hasn't determined that yet. Because you're trying to sleep. You're trying to have sex with a 17-year-old girl in the state lines. To come and have sex with a 17-year-old, which you already sent it on your phone. You're going to keep saying no?
It's there, black and white.
Earlier today, we are staying in Orange Beach.
I don't care where you're staying.
Okay.
That's not where we're at. We are on...
I appreciate you, Mandel. You're a goat as well. We're all goat. Whoever is a part of this family over here are goats.
Text message.
I just can't wait for the fights tonight, bro. I can't wait for the Sean Strickland fight and all that.
Yes, sir.
This is what we cared about. I don't care where you live.
That text message didn't come from me.
It did not.
It's in the same exact feed that you sent a picture of my vehicle.
I understand that, but I did not write that.
Tracy is confronted with one string of vulgar messages. One deputy reads it word for word.
Okay, well, this here is you.
The whole...
I'll you out there. We'll drive back to Orange Beach, and I'm going to you out here, and then I'll drive back to where you got to go, and I'll you again. I'll you here, I'll you there, I'll you everywhere.
Oh my
That's
God.
the same feet.
I
When
did
you
say-
said, I'm calling the cops, I'm on the phone with the cops. That wasn't you?
That I did say. And
so the part where it says having sex with the boys, that's not you. But the one
And mind
that
you, this girl is 53. Holy shit.
shows my sergeant card and say I'm with the cops, that's you?
Yes.
That is very convenient, isn't it?
Tracy has read her Miranda rights and continues speaking with the deputies, revealing the sickening
Damn, bro, shouldn't they have read her Miranda rights already?
way this all began.
he was in like 6th grade.
Okay.
I've never thought anything about him whatsoever because he's a child.
Okay.
He's spent the night at our house a million times. I've taken him everywhere.
You haven't done any sexual acts with him before?
Oh, absolutely.
You haven't made any advances towards him?
No,
Okay.
no. Never even crossed my mind.
Okay.
Really? What did those texts just say?
About a year and a half ago, I was at the doctor's office in Moody, which is where he goes to school. He was homesick, and he popped up something on like Instagram or something. I said, "Hey, how are you feeling?" And he says, "I just want to tell you, I think you're so pretty," and blah blah blah. And I'm like,
so was he giving you attention?
Would I ever do IRL content? Yeah. For me, the IRL would just have to be like moments where I'm out by myself doing things. Where I'm from, there's not really much to do IRL content with unless I'm like, especially with YouTube guidelines, I'd have to be, yeah. I would though, definitely, especially fishing and all this stuff I do up here. Hell yeah, I would.
Yeah, he did.
So he was giving you attention.
But that was just that one time, and I said,
Okay.
I just kind of like, I was like, "You're like my son," blah blah blah, and never said anything else about it. And when we would go to football games and stuff, I completely just acted like nothing ever happened.
But I need to get to the point of why are we saying we're going to them? And like what? Like there's no other word for it. It's disgusting.
I absolutely agree with you.
So, Miss Tracy.
Yes, sir.
Earlier you offered if we could see your phone. Is it all right if I see your phone?
Oh, absolutely. Yes,
all right,
sir.
perfect.
Despite Tracy adamantly denying that she sent the obscene texts, that's not about to stop the deputy.
We know what to look for. I am very thankful for my fiance. She showed me how to recover deleted messages. I'm looking at the messages sent from your phone to like I'm looking at it right now, the one that I specifically read to you, and I'm looking at it.
Did she delete him?
Yes.
That's smart. So bottom line, I'm going to be honest with you. At this point, we're trying to,
because this is sick,
figure it out. Oh yeah, it's definitely sick. Your age?
Stand by.
Yes.
As deputies press Tracy for answers, the truth eventually begins to slip out.
He's like a son to me.
Well, you just want to have sex with him on the text message.
Damn.
I know I said that, and it was a terrible
Mistake?
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. I was laying there by myself, feeling sad and lonely and sorry for myself,
we
and
completely
someone was giving
understand.
me attention.
Yeah. And you really thought that you were going to be able to have sex with the 17 years old?
No. It was just kind of a banter, and it was wrong. It was absolutely wrong.
But you drove from Orange all the way here for what? For an adventure?
Yes.
Tracy was arrested and, according to court documents, pleaded no contest and was adjudicated guilty of traveling to meet after using a computer to lure a child. She was sentenced to 21 months in prison, plus 3 years of sex offender probation. Tracy is now a registered sex offender in Florida.
And as she should be, man. As that woman should be. God dang, bro. Let's find one that's like not about children. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. I can't stop yawning. Cops discover babysitter being eaten alive in the backyard. What?
At my boyfriend's house. They're like falling out here. I don't know what to do.
Watch that dog here. 3 of them. Back up.
A sergeant is caught in a terrifying encounter as 3 dogs stand between first responders and the victim of their brutal attack. In the chaotic aftermath, the question becomes who the victim is and whether help came too late.
Oh my God, dude.
The following is based on official police records, and the footage has never been seen before until now. After 4 p.m. on November 21st, 2025, dispatchers in Tyler, Texas receive a panicked call to 911.
I showed up at my boyfriend's house to take the dogs out in the backyard, and I kept hearing the neighbor's dogs just screaming at the fence because our fence is kind of messed up. But now I'm looking through the hole, and they're literally, I think they're mauling at him. I think that's the neighbor. He's on the floor, and he's not talking back. I don't know if it's a girl or a guy, but my neighbor's a guy, so I'm guessing it's him, but they're like mauling at him. I don't know what to do? I'm a nurse,
ma'am.
But I'm too scared to go over there. Oh my God, the hair is short. I'm guessing it's a man, but honestly, it looks like they have leggings on. I don't know. It could be a woman.
Do you still hear the dogs?
They're like, I don't know, like whining sometimes, and then it gets silent, and then they're whining again.
All right. Well, do you hear your neighbor at all? Are they saying anything?
No, I mean I yelled, but oh my God, I'm praying. I'm just. I don't know. I hope that what I saw wasn't what I saw. Maybe it's just a big old toy, a big human-sized toy. I don't know.
All right. Well, the deputies and ambulance should be headed there shortly, okay? Just call back on 911 if anything changes.
Okay, do you know how long?
I don't have an ETA. They weren't that far, so they're getting there as quickly as they can.
A sergeant with the Smith County Sheriff's Office arrives just behind the local fire department, and together they rush toward the sounds of barking coming from the backyard.
He's dead, man. He's not here. Watch that dog. Here. 3 of them. Hey, shoot him!
But with the victim sprawled out beneath the dogs, firing his weapon is too much of a risk. Instead, the sergeant runs to a gate on the other side of the house and radios for backup.
22, what's your location? .22, where you at?
I'm still a wizard, Chud.
Be there in about 2 minutes.
Hey man, I see y'all in here. Make sure you hit the motherfucking like button, show some love and support, and say what's up in the chat, man. I'm sick of you motherfuckers being silent, and Israel's trying to silence me. The whole government's trying to silence me, all because I was talking the truth. And I accidentally put a certain illness's name that I shall not name on my title yesterday. So show some love, help propel me in the algorithm, man. Come on, man. Since when do I want to have 6 people in here? Get the fuck out of here. I don't just go from having hundreds of people a day in here to 6. Crazy. Welcome in, Watley. Much love, bro. I have a sexy body, though. Lol. Funny, bro.
Knowing the victim may not have 2 minutes, he quickly decides to go in alone.
God, dude, could you imagine fucking being ripped apart by dogs, dude? Or like a bear, because like they eat their prey alive. So like imagine a bear grabbing you and just munching you like a salmon. That'd be crazy. Mossad has a bounty on your head. Bro, I'm telling you, bro, they're silencing me. I went from having a concurrent viewership of hundreds of people to I have fucking 10 in here. Like, it's, I mean, I appreciate anyone that's in here, but it's like, damn, bro, like, you know? But I'm still gonna grind, man. Ain't nobody can stop me, man. Nobody can stop the grind. You know? At the end of the day, I'm here. I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna keep busting my ass to achieve what I want to achieve, bro. So, ain't nobody stopping shit. We're going up like a rocket shit. Shit. Ship. Not shit. I appreciate you, Lamar. Thanks for the compliment. I agree, Skippy. I agree. But ever since I put that in my title, they're trying to silence me. And I'm tired of it. Tired of it, bro. How the fuck I sit here and you go look at my views on my streams, how we go from getting tens of thousands of views, sometimes 100,000 views, to 2,000. It's pretty evident ever since I found out my name is being searched in Israel and my name is being searched other places. And it's obvious that they're trying to silence me, bro. But I ain't stopping, bro. I'm gonna keep going, man. It's a bump in the road, and that's that they expect you to quit. But when you don't quit, that's when you succeed, right? But yeah, man, I'm about to just start going into modeling, bro. Start my own OnlyFans. Snipe that motherfucking dog, bro. Snipe that bitch.
Hey, left fire. No, I've got the gate open on the other side, but the dogs are mauling the body.
We'll run up, dude. I wouldn't care about them dogs, bro. I'd be running up to that guy by myself. They run up to me, I'm blasting. Yeah, I wish that dog would run up to me. I'd be running. I'd be like, a-pow, a-pow. Sorry.
Hey, where are they at? Where are your people? They're on the fence. Oh, still the fence? Yeah. Back up, back up!
The dog charges the sergeant and he opens fire, striking him multiple times. When it fails to stop him, he fires once more, and the dog collapses against the pavement. The sergeant keeps his gun aimed at a second dog, who sniffs his fallen companion.
You need another unit?
Dude, they were all eating with you. I know, but if we can get to them, we gotta get.
Am I armed, bro? I'm always armed.
Okay, get them there. That's 9 shots fired in the area of me. Hey, I've got an open door back here. They're good to pull him, yes. Back up. Don't do it.
Man, y'all just killed my homie, bro. Appreciate you for coming in here, Skippy. By the way, go join the Discord so when I go live, you guys know. Calm down, microphone. Shh. It's okay. Shh. All right, you guys are seeing me have a manic moment. I'm sorry. My kids are with their mom on a visit. Every other Saturday, I give her visit. So I'm alone right now. This is the first time I've been alone in a long time. It's nice. But I also love my people. But every person needs some sort of alone time, right? I don't know what's wrong with me, bro. I'm a piece of shit. I don't know why. Welcome in, JJ boy. Appreciate you for being here. Someone's being eaten alive in this yard, so they had to come in here and blast a dog if you're just now coming in here.
I can't find the door.
This fucking house is just chilling here, no door.
I'm working on it. Door's closed, yeah.
With one dog dead and the other 2 secured inside the house, backup finally arrives and joins the fire department as they work to pull the victim through to the other side of the broken fence.
Don't pull the fence down, don't pull it. Okay. There's still dogs. Okay. Cutting the board right here. There's nail, cutting, catching, close. Yeah. Come on, I got it, yeah. Oh, nail. All right. You got it. We're out.
The victim, who appears to be a young woman.
Well, I might bring a little birdie over here, you know what I'm saying? Clap some cheeks.
Shows no sign of consciousness. Her body is severely mauled, with deep, gaping wounds on her arms and legs. While paramedics get to work, the deputy joins the sergeant in the backyard.
So that door was open. There's 2 other dogs inside. That one came after me when I opened the gate. The other one came running up to him, but took off inside. Okay. I do not know if there was anybody else in the house. I have no idea.
Given the 911 caller assumed the victim was the male owner of the dogs, the sergeant quickly locates her with an urgent question.
Hey, does he live alone?
I don't know these cars. I see a gray car, a silver car show up, and it's a guy and a wife and like a kid.
Okay.
That's all I've ever seen.
Okay. Does he live alone?
The guy here is the one that had all the dogs.
Him.
But that was a lady that lived there with a baby, and they got to fight over the dogs before. Is it about a dog?
Yeah.
I know it is. I know.
It's about 3 dogs.
I know.
3 pit bulls.
Welcome in, Jesus.
This one owned the dog, and they're making.
Hey, I need you mother effers to like the stream, say what's up in the chat, show some love, and hit the subscribe button with notification bell. Help propel me in the algorithm because these boys are trying to stop my progress, and it ain't gonna work, man. We out here.
Well, I'm very aware. They were mean dogs.
I heard them fighting about.
They weren't fighting. They were attacking.
No,
somebody.
about a month ago.
Okay.
And the woman and the man having a confrontation.
Who owns the dogs over here?
Some lady has a baby that lives over.
Where's she at?
Their home.
Do you know what she drives?
I don't know anybody.
Do you know what she drives? The cars you've seen? I don't know.
Oh my God.
Fearing they may have just trapped the 2 remaining dogs inside with a helpless baby, the sergeant and deputy armed themselves with rifles and returned to the house.
All right, well, let's go find the baby. Lock. Good? Yep. We're gonna clear the house. There's a lady and a baby who's supposed to live here. Dog.
Unexpectedly, a voice calls out over the home security system.
Hey, we're the owners. Okay. We're out of the state right now. Who's supposed to be taking care of your dogs? Our babysitter. Who's your babysitter? Her name is Madison. Okay, where's the baby? She's with us. She's just taking care of our dogs while we're out of state. Okay, so there's nobody here.
Oh my God, bro. So this lady was helping these people out, taking care of their dogs, and they fucking mauled her to death, bro. That is crazy. That is like, what? What?
There's no
The sergeant instructs the couple to call the sheriff's office in the hopes they can confirm the victim's identity. In the meantime, he heads back to the neighbor's house to ease her concerns.
They're out of town. So them and the baby, everybody's out of town.
Oh, thank God. Thank Jesus. Good.
But the person they hired to come take care of the dogs got mauled.
That's
and we were not able to get to her before.
I understand, honey. It's hard. But see, I knew them dogs have been fighting.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. But it wasn't...
See, and it makes you wonder how they were raised, bro. Because it's not the dog, bro. Some dogs, yes. Some dogs are born and they just become feral or whatever. But in 99% of cases, it is how they are raised. I have had, and this is coming from a man who has had double digits in the amount of dogs and animals I've had. And seriously, especially with pit bulls can be the most compassionate, loving, protective breed, right? I used to have a pit bull named Lizzie, and she ended up, like, my daughter had grabbed, because I was cooking, my youngest daughter had grabbed a knife out of the counter. Lizzie went and took it out of her hand and brought it back to me, like easy peasy. And so it makes me wonder how these dogs were raised, because there's a reason behind that, the actions they just did. There's a reason why that girl got mauled. There's a reason why these dogs are mean like this. Like, out of all the dogs I've had, especially, like, Zeus is probably the best dog I've ever had, bro. Like, out of everything, Zeus is probably hands down the most trained, best dog I've ever had. He doesn't even wear a damn collar, bro. And he goes outside with me in this front yard. People walk by with their motherfucking dogs and he listens to me. I say, Zeus, shh, sit down. He sits, he listens, he does great. So I just think that these dogs were not raised properly. Welcome in, Anna. Much love.
Little bitty dog.
No, they were, none of them are little bitty. There's one less of them now because it charged after me.
They had to. Well, honey, I don't blame you.
Meanwhile, the other deputy speaks with the 911 caller, who grapples with the emotional aftershock.
I couldn't tell what I could see. I was just freaking out.
Yeah, no, that's understandable.
And I was like, I hope I'm wrong, but I still called either way. But
your boy's gonna go grab his goodie bag real quick. I'll be right back.
No, you did good. You did the right thing.
I couldn't keep looking if it was.
Yeah.
And I'm a nurse, so I feel bad because I could have, I don't
Come
know,
on,
maybe I could have
camera.
done something, but I was too scared to call.
Calling us was the only thing that you could have done. Otherwise, that would have been bad for you. So.
Right, that's why I was scared. I was like, I can't go there.
Yeah, so, calling us was the right thing.
Across the street, the sergeant learns more about the dog's history.
But I've heard dog fighting before. This ain't the first
And
time.
it's between this house and this house? Yeah, I wonder if they weren't going at each other. Do you happen to know what kind of dogs they have? Because all these are like pit bulls.
Oh, it's their pit bulls? I know I saw a pit bull out the driveway one day.
Well,
then it's them. I'm so sorry, baby.
It happens.
Yeah.
The dog's owners, Wilbert and Addison, finally reach a deputy by phone, and the heartbreaking truth of the girl's identity is fully revealed.
Okay, where are you located at
Oh
right
yeah,
now, sir?
welcome in, Juan. Appreciate you for being here, man. God bless everybody.
Okay.
Like I said, man, I appreciate everybody for being here, man. God bless every single one of you guys. I don't know why they're trying to silence me, bro. I went from having hundreds of people in my stream at once to, like, I don't know. But your boy is not going to stop. The consistency is going to be here. And, yeah, man, I appreciate you guys, man.
Supposed to be here to care for the animals.
Her name is Madison Hole. She's just supposed to go over there every couple hours and just check on them, but I've never been able to get in contact with her yet.
Madison Hole, she's supposed to take care of the dogs? Okay. About how old is she?
She's 23.
23?
Yeah, she goes to college there, and she's going to college to be a teacher, so I'm not sure which college she goes to. Yeah, the dogs broke out probably about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I texted her, and we haven't received a response, but I think she's in class.
The couple would later explain they met the college student, 23-year-old Madison Riley Hall, after posting an...
Damn, no, she's dead, bro. And not only that, but she's hot, bro. Sorry. That's my intrusive thoughts. I'm sorry. But she is hot. She's a fine-looking woman, man. Sad these people are retarded. Oh, sorry. Again, said something I shouldn't have said. They're dumb.
Ad for a babysitter on Facebook. Madison had been babysitting their 3 children, all under the age of 5 years old, for the last 2 months, and they recently asked her to look after their 3 dogs while they were out of town. What the deputy doesn't reveal is that their description of Madison matches the victim, who is lying on the ground after a brutal attack carried out by the family's own beloved pets.
She alive? Yeah. They're trying right now. They got the machine pressing her, doing the compressions, and they're going to hit her with a couple epis.
We haven't really evaluated her back. I mean, like right before y'all got here, we just got her drug out. She was face down.
Dog is guarding her, man. Say what?
They were guarding her.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
You think she had been back there for a while or something? Or?
I mean, not that old, because she was still she wasn't cold and she was still ready to move her, you know.
Oh, okay.
And everything, that's why we were working with her. They all three had her right here. And just,
oh, man. Pit bulls?
3 pitbulls.
Despite their best efforts, there's nothing the paramedics can do, as Madison's injuries are far too severe. She's pronounced deceased on the scene, and the sergeant calls in to his superiors with an update.
Yeah, damn, dude, that is sad. What do you mean sharing, Anna? Everybody coming in here, make sure you guys double tap the screen, make sure you guys like the stream. But yeah, man, that's sad. Like I said, it's gotta be some way these dogs are raised fucked up, because there's no reason why a dog should be like that.
Well, there is one less.
It's like, if you want a dog to protect your yard or your house, I get that. But there's ways you train them. You know, there's ways you have them know, like, yes, you can protect the house. You can be like protective, but also this is how you're gonna be. Like in different situations. Like there's no reason why a dog should like be that violent, and then there's 3 of them. And usually dogs they run in pack style. So if there's 3 dogs and one's acting like that, the other 2 are gonna do it just out of pure instinct because they run like packs, right? Like my dogs, they know who the boss is, right? But there's also hierarchy. I'm the top, Zeus is second, Kane's third, Tucker's last. It's how it goes. But a lot of people don't know how dogs work, bro. They just get these dogs and think, oh, this would be a good protection dog, and this will blah, 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 blah. When they don't realize, like, no, you really need to know how to train them and know how to make them act. Otherwise, they're going to get like this.
Dog.
And I agree that the family definitely those people need to be held accountable. It's just ridiculous.
Also, unfortunately, one less alive dog sitter. I don't know. I'm not willing to sit in the house and talk over a ring cam over some dogs that just ate somebody. So, pretty sure I broke my foot though. It's like I was running and hit a hole.
Wilbert and Addison later told investigators their 3 dogs, named Bodie, Lola, and Afghani, were not known to be aggressive, though Lola could be, quote, territorial. Addison shared that Madison would often watch the dogs and children at the same time, and on several occasions they would come home to find 1 or more of the dogs cuddling with Madison on the couch.
Now, it looks like, I'll be real, it looks like a man because the body's just still torn up.
Yeah, for more on. Rape him for more. Yeah.
Investigators later visited Madison's mother in person, giving her the most devastating news a parent could receive. Her mother showed them a video Madison sent several days earlier, in which she spoke about the size of the dogs, noting one of them weighed more than 100 pounds. In the video, Madison described the dog as, quote, defiant.
So I don't know why they did what they did.
I bet they did it over food, and she tried to break up the
Tried
fight.
to break up the fight.
Got it. Well, they saw you put the one down, and they were like, oh, I don't want to.
Oh boy, yeah.
Yeah, because the real big one backed off.
That
we went
was
inside.
the mean-looking one.
According to police records, the last message Madison sent was to her boyfriend at 12:16 p.m., letting him know she was on her way to check on the dogs. The couple reviewed their home security cameras, noting that at 1:13 p.m., one of the dogs can be seen inside the home with blood on his side. Addison assumed that 2 of the dogs had gotten into a fight, but the truth was far more devastating. Unfortunately, the home cameras did not record anything that could clarify what happened, but given the timeline, investigators assumed the attack began roughly 3 hours before the 911 call.
Yeah, when I talked to the neighbor girl that actually called 911, she...
3 hours? So those dogs were tearing her apart and then continued to tear her apart for 3 hours. I mean, imagine being that helpless to where she can't even get help. That's just, yeah, those dogs need to be put down, and that family needs to be charged with like involuntary manslaughter or something.
Never heard like her calling for help or anything like that. She just heard the dogs like they're
fighting over each other. Or fighting each other over her, yeah.
Maybe she was attacked and she was laying there, and every time she tried to get up, they were probably guarding her. And they would, so she just stayed there laying there slowly.
According to police records, the sergeant received treatment at the hospital for a minor injury to his foot. As for the remaining dogs, they were later seized and euthanized. Following a joint review by a Smith County Sheriff's Office investigator and the Assistant District Attorney, authorities determined that the dogs' owners had not violated any criminal statutes because they did not act with criminal negligence. The case was closed. Madison's mom created a GoFundMe to cover burial expenses, raising over $19,000. In the fundraiser, she shared that Madison was 6 months away from earning her bachelor's degree in early childhood education from the University of Tyler, adding that her daughter, quote, loved life with her whole heart and moved through the world with a free spirit that lifted those around her.
Why does my dog look like this? What is wrong with you? She's all bruised up.
When a mother in Michigan returns home from work, she finds her 4-month-old baby clinging to life after being left in the care of a person she thought she could trust.
Just why? If you weren't drinking, why the would you do?
I was drinking.
So what the
The following report is based on official police records released to date, and the footage has never been seen before until now. Around 2 a.m. on July 21, 2024, a 911 dispatcher receives a frantic call from a distressed mother pleading for emergency care for her infant daughter.
I need the police to come to my house right now.
I can't watch this, bro. These kid ones be fucking pissing me off, bro.
At my boyfriend's house to take the
Like straight up. Sorry guys, I'm just looking at these titles. Husband snaps. Nah, bro, I can't do that because that's gonna take away some of my shit. My monetization. Wanted man tries burning cop alive, catches fire instead. Okay, let's see.
What are you thinking about? What's that?
I don't feel good.
44K gun, code 3, got one at gunpoint, he just sprayed me with lighter fluid. Get on the ground! 44K gun, taser deployed. Start fire, he is on fire.
A well-fed shack in Kittitas
Start fire, he is on fire.
County, Washington turns heated when a man douses a detective in lighter fluid and
Well, that's the
nearly
thing
sets
too.
him ablaze.
Like you cannot tase them when they got gas on them, or it's gonna start them on fire, bro. I mean, this cop should have known that.
But the tables turn when a spark ignites the suspect before he makes a daring escape.
Richie, do not drive!
The following is based on official police records, and the footage has never been seen before until now. Please note that all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. On August 24th, 2025...
Dude, YouTube is so censoring me, bro. Like, it's just crazy. I mean, I just can't believe how bad they're censoring me. 3 people in here? Okay. Whatever, bro.
While on uniform patrol, Detective Hoffman with the Kittitas Sheriff's Department comes across a car parked near the Yakima River Canyon.
Hello. Hey, I'm Detective Hoffman, the Sheriff's Office. There's only no I have a camera going. Just saw you parked here and I make sure everything's okay.
Oh, yeah, I'm just, it's all right to park here, ain't it?
Yeah.
All right, I was off the road, though.
Yeah, no, you're okay. I've honestly come over.
I haven't been drinking nothing.
Nope.
I don't drink alcohol.
I'm not here saying you're doing nothing wrong. I've come across people who need medical attention. I've come across people getting into fights with each other.
I was just resting.
Okay. I just want
to gas and I'm kind of
Well, do you mind if I grab your name from you?
Richie?
Richie? Is your legal name Richard?
No, it's Richie.
It is Richie? Is that with a Y or an IE?
IE.
Richie, what's your last name?
Davis.
If you need anything, give us a call. I'm working a little bit later tonight up in the city.
Why did he give him his name, bro? I would have said I don't need to give you my name. Like, I'm not in the commission of a crime. That's the first mistake. I'm just doing cocaine. Yeah, probably.
Area, all right?
I'm just sitting here.
Sometimes we get some characters that roam these roads and like to screw with people, so if that starts happening, give us a call.
I don't do that.
No, not you. I'm afraid someone's going to do it to you.
No, I don't do that.
Okay. All right, well, you don't need any help or nothing like that?
No.
All right, man. Well, be safe, okay?
All
right.
After running his information, however, Detective Hoffman learns that 56-year-old Richie Allen Davis has a revoked driver's license and 3 active warrants, including a DUI in Chelan County, failure to appear for third-degree malicious mischief in Union Gap, and fourth-degree assault in Spokane. He's also a convicted felon, most recently for robbery and reckless burning in the first degree.
Hey, Richie, just me again.
Oh, so he has a history of trying to start people on fire. Okay. Makes sense.
Hey, do you have any weapons in here at all?
No.
No? Do you know you have a warrant out of Chelan County? Well, you got it. There's a couple other warrants, but they won't take on those, so I'm calling about Chelan County. Can you do me a favor and step out of the car for me?
When Richie begins reaching under the seat, the detective takes a cautious step backwards, only to realize he's just grabbing his shoes. But even after putting them on, Richie makes no move to exit the car.
What's going on, Richie? What are you thinking about? What's that?
I don't feel good.
What's going on? What are you feeling? What's not feeling good right now, Richie? What's that?
I don't feel good right now.
What do you mean? How can I help? What's going on, brother? You keep saying you don't feel good. I don't know what that means. What doesn't feel good? Is it your heart, your lungs, your head, your stomach?
Richie gives no response and simply takes a drink from what appears to be a water jug before returning it to the floorboard. Moments later, a few soft clicks can be heard before Richie does the unthinkable.
Can you talk to me a little bit, Richie? What's that? .44, can I come code 3, got one at gunpoint, he just sprayed me with lighter fluid. Richie, you're under arrest! Put your hands up now! Put your hands up, Richie! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! 44 kick on taser deployed. Start fire, he is on fire. Richie, do not drive! The fire is extinguished, he's in his vehicle.
Subject in his vehicle, fire extinguished, 143.
Hey, close the main.
That would be insane.
44 kick on, we are southbound 821. Speeds are 35.
When an attempt at a pit maneuver fails to stop him, Richie once again takes to the road, driving toward oncoming traffic. After hearing reports over the radio, Washington State Patrol and the Ellensburg Police Department join the pursuit.
Correct, single occupant, no known weapons. Correct, except lighter fluid.
Just before he was tased, Detective Hoffman claims Richie hurled a flaming object in his direction, and he believed Richie was attempting to kill him. The two responding agencies rapidly deploy tire deflation devices to stop the fleeing van before anyone gets hurt.
Remember, guys, if we do end up on an arrest team, probably no tasers. Yes. 44 kick off, good spike, good spike.
After hitting the spikes, Richie's vehicle slows down long enough for a Kittitas deputy to perform another pit maneuver, this time successfully. Detective Hoffman emerges, taking lethal cover.
Let me see some hands! Show me your hands! Hands up! I got a rifle. I got this side. Hey, someone else take it. I'm too amped up. Okay, just step back. I got a rifle. Hands up, driver! Hands up! Exit the vehicle!
I'm too amped up. Yeah, he don't want to have a itchy trigger figure.
Do it now!
Guys shouldn't smoke. See, this is what happens when I smoke on stream.
Hands up above your head! If you make any sudden moves, you will be shot. Do you understand? Keep walking him out. Keep going back, driver. Keep going back. Walking out. Walking out in the middle of the road. Keep going this way. Keep going this way. Middle of the road. Keep going. No, okay, now back up to us. Back up to us. Stop. Go down to your knees. Lie on your belly. Arms out like an airplane. Put your hands on your back, Richie, right now. Are you injured? We're gonna have 8 check him out. He literally caught fire.
Okay. You roll 8?
No, let's transport him to aid. It's not en route. 44.
Dude, what's crazy is this guy's such a trooper. He got lit on fire, and then he went in his car and started driving. Like, what a guy.
Okay, come. Again, we have aid. Meet us at the mouth of the canyon, and we'll transport him out for evaluation. Chief complaint would be taser, hit, combustion.
Combustion.
We'll handle the transport to get him checked out. Probably have to get him. Probably still have to do fine. Yeah. And then we'll handle the corrections aspect. So, elude, assault free. One, elude, assault free. Okay. Schwann's not taking on the warrant, but he didn't assault me because he's under arrest.
Deputies later discovered a water bottle in Richie's van filled with what smelled like gasoline, stuffed with paper towels, with one positioned upright like a fuse. In a press release from the Kittitas County Sheriff's Office Facebook page, they shared that 56-year-old Richie Allen Davis and Detective Hoffman emerged from the incident uninjured.
This guy had a little gasoline bomb in his car, bro. What a guy.
It also states that Richie was booked on his warrants and on recommended charges of felony eluding and attempted murder. According to multiple news reports, he's currently being held on a $1 million bail, and the case is ongoing. If you'd like to see select new videos early and help us keep uncovering case files that rarely come to light, you'll find extra...
What a guy, man. Caught fire instantly, got in the car, started driving, and then, like, just walked away like a boss, bro. To jail. Walked in his cell. That's crazy, bro. Alright, bro, we're just gonna do... Let's try the other page here. Oh my god. What?
I have 2 roommates.
Okay.
One of them's dead, and the other one is in her room and she's still alive, and I ran because I didn't...
Becoming a killer. What? Says I watched this, must came in the middle of the night when I was sleeping or something, because I didn't see none of this.
know if he was still in the house.
Arson? He's an arsonist? Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't want to go without you.
Where are you bleeding from?
I'm not bleeding.
Okay, well, how do you have blood all over you?
Do I?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't care what you did. I'm sorry about what I did.
Just leave me alone.
I'm not bothering you. You said you were gonna leave. If you give me another chance, you won't be sorry. I promise.
Drop the gun!
I dropped it.
Get on the ground! Now! Do not move!
In January 2018, the Gallatin County Sheriff's Office in Montana receives a harrowing call reporting that an intruder has shot 2 women. What follows provides a rare glimpse into the mind of a killer, one who documented not only his deteriorating relationship with his wife, but his own downward spiral towards murder.
Bro, when those kids are around that, oh, man, I'm already pissed.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was so angry.
The following is based on official police records, and some of the footage has never been seen before until now. At 9 a.m. on January 7th, 2018, the Gallatin County Sheriff's Office receives a distressing 911 call.
911, what's the address of your emergency?
I live at just a next door neighbor. She just came over in hysterics and says somebody shot her roommate.
So they had another person living with them?
Need an ambulance.
Okay.
Though the call came into Gallatin, an officer from the Belgrade Police Department is dispatched to the scene. There he finds 32-year-old Audria Audie Butler waiting for him. She is the owner of the home and the one to make the devastating discovery inside only moments earlier before running to her neighbors for help.
Where are we at? What's going on?
I stayed with friends last night, and I just came in and I saw that my back door had been broken in, so I went to the back and I could see footsteps in the snow, so I ran up to my room to see if my roommate was okay. I have 2 roommates.
Okay.
One of them's dead, and the other one is in her room and she's still alive and she needs help, but I ran because I didn't know if he was still in the house.
Okay, so you don't know if there's somebody else in the house?
I don't think so, but I don't know.
Okay.
Lauren looks like she's been in a while, but Ashley's asked me for help and I ran.
Okay.
With no idea what could be lurking inside, the officer waits for backup to arrive.
One
apparent.
You could tell she was shook for sure.
Dead, one still alive. She said I ran out as soon as I saw that. I have no idea if there's still anybody else in there or not. So that's what we got. She said this is open. I didn't see any footprints in the snow leading up here. So, you ready?
Yep. Belgrade Police!
Police Department!
Anybody inside?
That guy's got a shotgun, bro. He's gonna smoke somebody with that thing. I wonder if that's a beanbag one. It doesn't look like it. He's gonna blow someone away, bro.
Come out!
We're coming.
Belgrade Police, show me your hands! We got doors on the left and right.
Hey, I'm in here.
Hello?
Hey,
Police!
please don't shoot me.
Who shot you?
No, please don't shoot me.
I'm not gonna shoot you.
Please don't shoot me.
Lying in pools of blood on her bedroom floor is 32-year-old Ashley Van Hamert.
Ashley, what's going on? Who shot you?
Nobody.
Oh, what happened?
This is wild.
No, please come here.
Who did?
Are you the police?
I'm the police, right here.
Where are you?
I'm right here. Can you see me?
Where are you?
I'm right here.
Where?
Can you see me?
No.
Can you see anything?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
Please help me.
We're gonna help you, okay?
She must have been shot in the head or something.
Please help me.
We've got the medical people coming. Where do you hurt?
I don't hurt anywhere.
You don't hurt anywhere?
No.
Where are you bleeding from?
I'm not bleeding.
Okay, well, how do you have blood all over you?
Do I?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know why I do.
Can you feel me touching your hand?
No, I don't feel you touching
You don't
me.
feel me touching your hand? Okay.
Not at all.
Okay.
It's clear that Ashley is in urgent need of life-saving care, and so the officers decide to carry her down to the ambulance.
I don't want to go to the hospital.
Well, honey, you gotta go.
You got to.
No,
We're bleeding from somewhere. We gotta figure that out.
I'm refusing. What?
Who's the most senior paramedic? I'm not sure.
We have no idea. She just keeps looking this way. I don't see any obvious.
I'm not going to go.
You don't have a choice. We gotta get you up to the hospital.
I'm not going.
While Ashley is being examined inside the home, officers have made a horrific discovery in the room across from hers.
I got another person up here. I just want to make sure through you don't touch anything else if we don't have to. Of course. All right, let's back up. Okay, gotcha. Thank you, sir.
It's determined that 35-year-old Lauren DeWise is beyond help. She has visible gunshot wounds to her head, shoulder, and torso. The events that led to such a violent end would be revealed in the most unlikely place. A series of self-recorded videos documenting a man unraveling and his rage culminating in an unthinkable act.
You have a wound in your shoulder.
I do?
Yes. Okay. Take that in. BP again. This one?
Why?
Dude, probably hit her shoulder and separated her spinal cord or something. It bounced off or something. Cause if she can't see and stuff, like what?
Not sure. We're thinking of maybe a gunshot wound.
For real?
Yeah.
With Ashley in critical condition and on her way to the hospital, officers find Audie where she has been sheltering at her neighbor's house.
Is Ashley alive?
I don't know which one Ashley is.
Well, the one that would be.
The one on the right-hand side?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. She's being transported to the hospital.
Okay?
I don't know what's all happening, okay?
Okay. Let me go grab my car and drive up here so you don't have to walk down the exit.
I'll be right there, guys. So I'll just hang tight with you, okay?
You can't unsee that.
I know. I am so sorry.
Oh, that guy's such a crazy bastard.
That's insane, bro.
I just ran because
I can, dude, like, I can feel the tension.
didn't know he was still in the house.
59326. No, you did the right
He
thing.
killed me. If I had been home, like me.
Audie had spent the night at a friend's, and when she returned home this morning, she found
Dude, that's crazy luck, too. Like, she must feel terrible.
the back door was broken.
Well,
and
and lucky, but you know what I mean? How you have, like, survivor's remorse?
there were boot prints in the snow of her backyard. These boot prints would eventually play a critical role in unveiling the truth of what happened to Lauren and Ashley.
I can't leave there ever again.
So who is he to you guys?
It's Lauren's ex-husband. Well,
Ex-husband.
current husband.
Current husband.
In process of
And that's the gal on the left-hand bedroom? And what's his name?
Paul DeWise.
Okay, here, let's go out of here.
Is she dead?
I believe so, yes.
Oh, God.
Given Audie's assertion that 47-year-old Paul DeWise was the one to carry out the brutal attack on Ashley and his soon-to-be ex-wife Lauren, he's tracked down and detained as he heads home from church with his 3 children.
These things are killing me, man. I can't move my hand.
He's taken into the Belgrade Police Department for questioning, and his children, who will have their own story to tell, are placed with Child and Family Services. Though Paul was informed he was being detained, he's only been given a few details about what's going on.
The investigators have contacted me and asked me to bag your hands. What this means is I'm going to place these paper bags over your hands just to make sure that nothing interferes with your hands, okay? So I need you to take your jacket off.
I have to keep my hands on things?
Yes, sir.
Just over a year earlier, in October 2017, Paul and Lauren DeWise had moved to Bozeman, Montana. Little did they know this decision would mark the beginning of the end of their relationship and Lauren's life. In one of his many self-recorded videos, Paul describes what sparked their move.
So my wife, she got a job at Rocky Mountain Bank in Plains, and, you know, she's great, and they loved her, and they promoted her to bank manager in Bozeman, even though she had no prior banking experience, and she'd only been a teller for a year. You know, there was a couple people on the board that, you know, hired her that were like, yeah, I don't think so, but they were overruled, and she's done an amazing job, and they love her, and she's going higher and higher, and it's unbelievable. She's in leadership Bozeman here.
And now she's the #1 bank manager for Rocky Mountain Bank in the whole state.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah.
Doing really good for herself,
Yeah.
huh? That's awesome.
Doing awesome.
That's
So
cool.
we're having a lot of fun.
That's really
we're
cool.
very happy.
And from the outside, the DeWise family appeared perfectly normal and perfectly happy. Yet, as Paul's recordings would eventually reveal, this was all a facade. Under scrutiny, there were signs of something far darker lurking below the surface.
Hi, Paul. My name's Justin. I work for the Belgrade Police Department.
Okay.
So you had your hands bagged up all this time.
Yeah, we're just
So, basically, just so that we can get things rolling here, what I'm going to do is ask for your permission. I just want to take a couple swabs of your hands to look for some gunshot residue. Okay?
Okay.
Is that something you'd be willing to?
Yeah.
Paul's hands are swabbed, and he's read his Miranda rights.
What do you do for work?
I've been staying home dad for quite a while.
Man, the hardest job there is.
While Lauren worked full-time, Paul cared for their 4-year-old daughter, affectionately nicknamed Baby.
Peter Piper picked a pickle pickle peppers. Where's the pickle peppers?
Goo goo baby.
All those are so sharp.
During the school year, Paul's 2 children from a previous marriage, 17-year-old Natalie and 15-year-old Joe, also lived with them in Montana.
And when you say your mom, your stepmom, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I just
We
need
think
to
of her
clarify.
as mom.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Natalie. Happy birthday to you.
Baby decorated with the candles. Thank you.
While Paul often captured wholesome and happy family moments, his recordings would take a troubling turn.
And we're going through transition right now, though, so.
Is that right?
Yeah. So.
What kind of transition?
We're separated.
Oh.
Yeah. And in fact, she was supposed to get a baby today. So it's been tough.
Investigators would dive into the details of Paul and Lauren's separation soon. But for now, they finally address why they brought Paul in.
The reason that I wanted to talk to you is there were some issues that happened over at Lauren's house this morning, and I just kind of wanted to touch base with you to see if you were over there at all, if kind of where you were this morning, that kind of thing.
What happened?
Well, someone broke into the back door of her place.
Is she all right?
Well, not really. She isn't.
What happened?
Well, the person that came in ended up shooting her. So.
She's dead?
Yeah.
Dude, this guy is a psychopath. Welcome in, Jessers. This guy's a psychopath, bro.
So.
Oh my god. This is news to me. I don't know anything about it.
He's rocking back and forth. Look at this fella.
It's a complete surprise. They told me when they took me up they're investigating a homicide. I did not think there's some weird stuff's been happening since I've been to Bozeman. So I'm like, geez,
Yeah.
Knees weak, arms are heavy. Got it on his sweater already.
Everyone's all right.
I understand this is very difficult.
Yeah.
And if let's say
you think I did it? I didn't do it.
You know, he's like just rubbing himself, rocking back and forth. What? He's like, oh my god, I gotta make myself look believable.
We gotta look at the big
I didn't say you did it.
Never doing it.
I'm asking you to give us any information that you can about anything, whether it was you or not.
Paul explains that there's no way he can be involved, and he can prove it. He was home all day except for a single occasion.
Gosh, it was late. Actually, it did go out. I went and got a 6-pack of beer around midnight at Town Pump.
The detectives don't have to take Paul's word for it. His children, Joe and Natalie, both tell investigators a similar story.
So they went on a beer run about midnight. What time did they get back?
It didn't take long. It's probably like 15, 20 minutes.
Surveillance footage from the Town Pump convenience store shows Paul entering the store to buy beer at 12:34. With his alibi established, Paul launches into a timeline of his deteriorating relationship with Lauren. What he may not realize is that he's also unknowingly narrating his own descent down a dark path.
Now it started in July. She's going through a midlife crisis, and she's staying gone. She's coming home late and drunk.
It was around this time, about 6 months earlier, that Paul began recording his conversations with Lauren.
You're constantly going out with other people. You're staying over late. You won't come home when you say you will. You avoid me every second you can. You stay away from me every second you can. You don't come around me at all unless you...
Dude, wow. Cry like a little... Oh my god, bro. That's probably why I'm banned, because I talk to her. I do. Shut up, bro. Wow.
Have to.
It's just whenever she's home, everything's very tense and uncomfortable because I feel like I don't know her anymore. It's just all of a sudden, as soon as we moved to Bozeman, she just completely changed.
During that time, Lauren was again coming home late and being kind of mean to us and never wanting to hang out with baby. Tell me about that. She was she's just real snappy about stuff.
Bro, they're not blurring the faces? What's up with this? Alright.
Whenever she did talk to us, and she never really wanted to hang out anymore.
I don't know anything goes on in my house, right?
Well, if you say you've never seen me brush your teeth before.
Right, if I say that, I must not be paying attention.
Guess not, because I brush your teeth all the time.
Right.
Right?
Does she brush her teeth all the time, baby? No, she doesn't.
Yes, I do.
Does she brush her teeth all the time? No, she doesn't. You'll play nothing with me, and you're all about making yourself extra pretty in the morning, putting extra perfume on, and going off looking gorgeous every day, and you don't have time to come home to me. And you don't think about food for me.
Dude, this is like the pure form of a guy who's controlling, insecure, a narcissist. It's all about me. But what he's complaining about is crazy. Like, bro, if you're a real man that has confidence, you want your woman to look as good as she can. You know? Be like, yeah, it's mine, bro.
You say, oh, I brought you lunch. You brought me lunch. I asked you to bring me lunch. You've made supper 3 times since my kids came here, August 15th. 3 times.
My kids.
You've made it.
That's how you know you're a narcissist. I would say my kids.
The last time was tonight. There was 2 other times. That's it. You won't get groceries for us, shop for us. Everything you say, you won't do for us.
I've made a turkey. I've made spaghetti. I've made steak. I have made this.
Joe made spaghetti,
sausage.
and then when guests came over and we have enough noodles, you cook some noodles.
I just made spaghetti.
That doesn't count as supper.
The other night, I just made spaghetti.
Right, but I'm not aware of that.
No,
because I just
you
live
have
here.
No idea.
No.
We ate.
Yeah,
at
I
the
just
table.
live here.
Natalie came home late because she was
Right.
out late with her friend.
Brush your teeth every day, and baby says you don't because she knows who brushes her teeth.
Day.
You did say
I
that.
all the time.
It's on video. Yeah. Okay, I'll take an hour. I'll take an hour.
She
Great.
doesn't want to
I would
hear
love if you talked to me for an hour about my family. I would love if you talked to me an hour about me. I would love.
Dude, this guy is just so crazy, bro. Like, this is wild to watch. It's like those parody videos you see online. Me. That's just great. This guy's fucking insane.
Love if you talk to me now about her. I would love if you would spend 1 hour of your life in a 24-hour period talking to me about anything, but you won't do it. You have nothing to do with me.
But I was like, well, she's going through a phase, you know, it's probably nothing. I'm just, you know, paranoid or whatever. And I really didn't get too concerned until we weren't getting along after I hurt my knee.
Okay.
This knee injury occurred during a shocking altercation over the summer. Paul explains that he'd taken his and Lauren's daughter out for a walk along a nature trail. She'd stopped at a fence where 2 dogs were barking.
Me and David were walking, and some drunk lady got tired of dogs barking at us, and she turned them on us, and then a guy came out and attacked me, and like a bunch of his family members came out, and it was just really, it was intense, and he tackled me, hurt my knee.
Paul's habit of recording meant that he captured some of this altercation on video. His footage picks up after he was tackled.
We just got attacked by these people's dogs. This is my baby. Baby, did you think that dog was going to get you? I did too. And then this man attacked me behind the dog after this woman. Baby, I'm sorry. I withdrew my knife to defend myself against this man.
This man had what? This man had a what?
I'm sorry.
Bro, this man brought out the sword from
my
fucking Fortnite up in this bitch. Dude, this motherfucker has a steak knife on him. This motherfucker is crazy. This man said I had to withdraw my knife. He withdraws a fucking steak knife, dog. What the fuck? Oh my god. Oh my god. I should never smoke on stream, this is why, but that was funny as shit. And he should be less worried about recording and more worried about picking up his daughter and consoling her.
My knife to defend myself against this man who took me down with a single leg takedown. As a last resort, when my back was on the floor, I struck up with the knife. I struck the man. They pulled the dog away. Now the dog's gone. You okay, baby? I'm so sorry. These people, they turned their dog out of the fenced yard. It's now closed once again. But the woman came down, turned their dog out of that yard onto my daughter and myself. They threatened us when we tried to walk by. They threatened us and said, obviously the dogs don't like you, what are you doing here? But we were walking on the nature trail with my daughter.
The dogs were not on the nature trail, they were in their yard.
Right. It's all going to come out, isn't it? And your dogs need to be put down, and you need to be run the out of town.
You came up and kicked me, sir.
I did, because you were aggressive towards me, following your dog that's trying to get my daughter.
What's going on out here?
Right, how could I possibly kick you if you didn't rush me?
You know what?
You know exactly what you did.
You just stabbed me, sir.
Yeah, I did. Let's get out of here.
Are you some kind of helper? Are you crazy or what?
The cops are coming for you. You're crazy.
Wow.
Serious?
You guys are going to be out of here. I'm so...
Yo, I gotta rewind this, bro.
Rush me.
You know what?
You know exactly what you did.
You just stabbed me, sir.
Yeah, I did. Let's get out of here.
Are you some kind of helper? Are you crazy or what?
The cops are coming for you. You're crazy.
Wow.
Serious?
You guys are going to be out of here. I'm so glad you've been uncovered for what you are. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Oh, I'm very serious.
You come into my yard and...
In your yard, I was on a trail right here.
I came out to see what was going on, and you stabbed me?
Yeah, right. Keep walking,
Are
baby.
you serious, man?
Keep walking. You're doing good, baby. Just keep running. It's okay.
Hey, don't run away from the situation here.
The dog's owners...
Oh, I'm sorry, bro. I was talking to my mother. Give me 1 second.
What was going on, and you stabbed me?
Yeah, right. Keep walking. Rush me.
You know what?
You know exactly what you did.
You just stabbed me, sir.
Yeah, I did. Let's get out of here.
Are you some kind of
Where's he stabbed at?
Are you crazy or what?
Are you crazy or what?
Coming for you. You're crazy.
Wow.
Serious?
You guys are going to be out of here. I'm so glad you've been uncovered for what you are. Yeah.
Where'd he get
Are
stabbed?
you serious?
Oh, I'm very serious.
You come into my yard and...
In your yard, I was on a trail right here.
I came out to see what was going on, and you stabbed me?
Yeah, right. Keep walking,
Are you
baby.
serious, man?
Keep walking. You're doing good, baby. Just keep running.
Dude, this guy's traumatizing his child right now.
It's okay.
Hey, don't run away from the situation here.
Where'd he get stabbed? Do you guys know?
Dog's owners had in fact called the police, and it only takes a few moments for them to arrive.
Drop the knife!
I dropped it.
Get on the ground! Now! Do not move!
And in front of his kid? Oh my god.
It's okay,
Hand
baby.
behind your back! It's okay. Hand behind your back! Do not move!
I can't stand hearing that stuff.
Hey, baby.
Hey,
Do
not
it's okay.
move! You
No,
understand?
Yes, sir, I understand. It's okay, baby. It's okay. It's okay.
Stay back, okay?
I got it. I got it.
Everyone stay back.
Paul was handcuffed, giving everyone a moment to calm down. He was soon released, and both Paul and the dog's owner spoke to the police about the incident.
So our dogs were barking, and when he stood there for about 5 minutes, we just said, hey, you know, our dogs are kind of barking. Would you mind moving on? And unfortunately, my dog squeezed through the fence. And then he just threw his knife.
And that's when that man ran, because I pulled a knife out on the dog, and he thought that I wouldn't use the knife on him to defend himself. And that was a judgment mistake that he made. I'm not thinking like I'm some bad that's gonna, you know, attack somebody. I'm thinking I gotta save my baby.
Right.
The man Paul stabbed ended up needing 5 stitches in his arm. Following an investigation, police determined that since the incident occurred on a public trail and the dog's owners first approached Paul, they believe he acted in self-defense. The man was issued citations for assault and an animal at large. Yet in text messages exchanged,
damn, and that guy got charged. Oh my God, bro.
Between Lauren and Paul, Lauren shared her frustration with him over his choice to engage with the dog's owners, writing, "You chose to talk back to her and make the dog an issue." The couple had already been struggling, but Paul's actions and resulting injury only escalated the growing tension between them.
Right now, she's just like punishing me, you know, and I just have to like, you know, because when I hurt my knee, I was really depressed, and I was in a dark place.
I know I can't stand seeing stuff like kids.
She was like, you know, she's mad at me for
like
it.
this.
You know, because I've had two big surgeries in the last 6 years where she's had to take care of me.
Paul ended up tearing his ACL and had to get his meniscus replaced.
So when you go to the physical therapist and you go to the doctor and stuff, they tell you that you have to massage the area so that it'll get better. His thing was that he wanted her to do that for him, to help him.
And you won't rub my leg, and the doctor told you to do it. The doctor showed you how to do it, and you said you would do it, and you won't do it. And it's medically necessary, but you won't do it. The world that I live in, humans have 2 hands, and it's normal for them to do a job with both hands, but you only use one hand. And
because your dick is small. No, I'm kidding. But anyway, bro, this guy is like off his meds, bro. That's the vibes it gives me. Like, this guy needs to be on some sort of meds, bro. He's clinically psycho, bro. Straight up.
I guess that in that world, I realize that it's because you just don't give a about me.
How many times do I have to tell you that I just want to go to sleep?
I don't know. How many times do I have to tell you I just want you to rub my leg? All of a sudden, I'm a bad guy because I want you to rub my leg so that I am not crippled. But don't worry, I won't ask you for tonight.
Oh my God, will you please lower your voice? You're so loud.
I'm sorry I'm so loud.
During that time, like, that's when he really needed my mom to
rub my leg so I'm not crippled.
be there to support him. And it's weird because that was the time when my mom was like never around.
Paul's knee wasn't the only source of stress on the couple. Another came in the form of a second strange incident. Though he had been renting an Airbnb room out of the couple's home, this had recently come to a dramatic end following an altercation with a guest.
We had an incident, and Lauren was drunk. There was a guy at my house that was cutting safe deposit box keys because he had a book. It was like a treasure book that, you know, this guy buried $1 million somewhere, so I was there putting in a chest somewhere, and he was convinced it was in a local bank.
Okay.
I don't know what bank. And then she got out her bank keys, and she's showing him the keys. And I kept telling her, stop talking to this guy, you know? She could lose her job.
Mm-hmm.
That guy got in my face and got aggressive with me. And he told the police that pointed a gun in his face, which I didn't do. But he told Airbnb that as well.
Both Paul and Lauren provided statements to Airbnb to try and explain their side of the story.
Dave got up off the couch to confront Paul about it, told him that he was being dumb and called him an idiot. And Paul went into the bedroom and then came back out with a weapon to defend himself and his family against this person that we don't know.
It's very upsetting. I keep having flashes in my head of his face just appearing here. Can you tell him what I did with
These motherfuckers done put something on my door, man. There's 2, like, I don't know if they're Mormons or what, but they're walking around. I'm like, what? I'm sitting here at the window and I see this cute girl walking, but she has something in her hands. I'm like, what is this woman doing here? Because, like, man, who's walking in my neighborhood? But and then there's another guy. He must have been knocking on the door over there and put something on my door or something. I was like, damn, all right, these motherfuckers. No, ain't nobody reading me no Bible.
the pistol when I came out?
Not the Mormon one or whatever the fuck.
He just had it right here on behind his back like this. He didn't point it in anyone's face. He just had it to defend himself in case Dave decided to come at him. He had it to protect our family.
I'm not an unstable person or...
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm not an unstable person. Dog, you are as unstable as my motherfucking chair right here. I don't motherfucking know. This guy's the most unstable person I think I've ever seen on video.
Oh no, you know, I wasn't at fault. This guy, he's not right. Did you feel like I was threatened by Dave?
Yes, Paul felt that he was threatened by Dave.
Did you feel like I was threatened by Dave?
Yes, Paul. Yes, I felt Paul felt he was threatened by Dave. So.
Did you think?
Doesn't it look like he's kind of forcing her to say this? Like, this looks like this is forced. Like, look at her and listen to her the way she's talking. Like, it sounds like he has a weapon behind the camera or something.
Did you feel like I was threatened by Dave?
Yes, Paul felt that he was threatened by Dave.
Did you feel like I was threatened by Dave?
Yes, Paul. Yes, I felt Paul felt he was threatened by Dave. So.
Did you think I was threatened?
Yes, I did. He stood up and confronted you, took 2 steps forward.
Regardless of their attempt to explain the situation, their Airbnb was canceled. This incident did nothing to quell the growing strain in the DeWise home.
Really started getting worse after the kids got here in August. So I'd say by September, started getting bad. You go shopping for clothes, and
maybe he killed his last wife, bro.
I'm wearing rags. And you give me no. But look at what I buy. I bought the table. I bought the play set. I bought the scales, the popcorn maker, the microwave. I got the stand from. Bought the pepper mill. I bought the spices, the mixer, the jars. I've bought almost everything.
You're the man, bro. That's why, bro. You're the man, bro. Quit complaining. Or go put a wig on and be a transmission.
Everything. You look around, I have bought almost everything. What a big sky to buy that table. And yet I wear rags. I need shoes for years. What do you buy me? Nothing. Because you don't give a about me. And I'm the bad guy. And that's the thing. That's why I want to record it, because it's crazy. It's insane. And the only way anybody would believe it is to see the video, because you are so good at conning everybody. You're so sweet and so kind to everybody except for me and your house where you're comfortable. And you treat me like, and you call me names, and you constantly aggravate me, and you attack me, and you degrade me. Okay, so go ahead. Tell me how evil I am now, because I accidentally turned off the camera.
Just leave me alone.
I'm not bothering you. You said you were going to leave.
Yet despite the animosity between them, it was around this point that Paul sent Lauren a message reading, "I am obsessed with you and our marriage, and that fact that you don't care is killing me."
I really appreciate that you said to our daughter that I don't care about her and that I would consistently hurt her feelings. I really appreciate the fact that you involved our daughter in our discussion. She didn't need to hear any of that. There was no need for you to say any of that, and you are just being mean. You have no right to tell our daughter that I don't care about her.
I didn't tell her you didn't care about her.
Yes, you did.
No, I told her you didn't care about her feelings. Because you don't care about her feelings. You're a parent. You're supposed to give her a bath.
It's time to take a bath.
Right.
If I don't want a bath, can I skip it tonight? Sure,
Right.
you can.
Of course you
She
did.
doesn't need a
It's easy
bath
for
every
you.
night.
Right, yes, she does need a bath every night because she's a baby and she's in dirt and mud and sand every day and she can get sick.
yelling.
And then what you do to prevent... I'm not yelling. No, I'm not. And I'm recording this to prove I'm not yelling. And I'm cussing.
Dude, this guy is like... Can this video wrap up? Or how far are we into it, man? This guy needs to hurry up.
Like I'm talking to you as a normal person to prove that I'm being normal with you because you're full of...
Nothing about you is normal, bro. Like, I don't even know how you bagged this girl, to be honest. How'd this guy bag this woman? How are they married, bro? Like, he must have been a different person when they got together. And then just went full psycho.
I am trying to bathe my daughter because you refuse to care for her. It's disgusting and it's unhealthy and it can lead to disease.
Dude, no kid needs a bath every day, bro. Unless it's needed. Every other day, bro. Something like you got natural oils on your skin and stuff like that you don't want to wash off all the time. Your hair, whatever, but whatever.
But you, only you, think that's not true. Right, leave you alone. Right, because I'm bothering you. I'm bothering you by telling you
Looks
facts.
like it's going to get into some good
So
stuff.
as things were getting worse, was it ever a physical type of issue or
I'll be back.
Not so
slamming
much. Every once
doors,
in a while.
pushing?
Yeah, every once in a while she'd push me or throw something at me.
Once again, Paul's children agreed with him.
And then he was pushing my dad around, and he has his arm like this because his wrist still hurts him.
And the bottom of your feet are dirty, and you don't even wash the bottom of your goddamn feet. You don't wash yourself, and you go to bed filthy.
Did you even take a bath today?
No.
Probably not.
This morning.
Of course you didn't. Why would
said
you?
this morning.
Because, yeah, you go to bed dirty.
Leave me
And that's
alone.
gross.
Would you-
Normal people don't go to bed dirty.
Leave me alone.
I'm leaving you alone. All I'm saying is it's gross that you go to bed dirty every night. It's disgusting. You just care about going to work clean. Because the people that are most important in your life aren't your loved ones. They're the people you go to work for. Which is why I think you're cheating on me. And if you're not cheating on me, you'll be cheating on me soon.
This accusation was a constant concern for Paul.
I know her husband accused her of cheating on him all the time.
Bro, it's bugging the text, dude. We gotta look at it, man.
This has been going on, I guess, for years. This has been a thing.
Did she ever?
What are you doing? And I was talking to the guys like, this is my wife. We have 3 kids. And I'm like, I pulled her out of the truck and she could barely stand up. She was so drunk. And the guy came around and started attacking me. So I fought him off, and I had to fight him off over and over.
The other man eventually shared his recollection of events.
And I had walked her out to her car, and her husband jumped me, claiming that I had an affair with her, and that, which is absolutely not true. And then actually come to find out, Lauren had said that he was accusing her.
So he went to her he went to her work and beat up a coworker off of suspicion. That's crazy.
Of having affairs with a handful of people.
Did you and Lauren ever do anything physically together?
No, we did not.
Did you guys ever kiss?
No.
Did you guys ever have?
No.
Despite this altercation, the man declined to press charges against Paul. Still, the incident led to an explosive fight. I love that.
He wants to get the story straight.
Drunk, I feel guilty for wanting to and making him jealous and threatening him when he gets pissed at my bull. He's the best man I've ever known. Do you know he was airborne infantry? He was a wrestler and a boxer. He is a bat. I love that.
He wants to get the story straight. He doesn't want anybody to know how long it's been going on.
It hasn't been going on at all.
All right. How come he's not saying that?
say that? He kissed me tonight, and that's it.
Right.
I am sorry.
Leaving Natalie, Joe, and baby with Paul. She had no idea the devastation that this choice would bring. While
10,000 members, and I mean like 4 paragraphs, and this is a picture of my wife.
In the Facebook post, Paul wrote that he had caught Lauren with 2 different men, and that when he asked her to move out, she didn't shed a tear, and that she is the best liar he has ever known. Mid-November, Lauren asked to move into Audie's house, where Ashley was also renting a room, leaving Natalie, Joe, and baby with Paul. She had no idea the devastation that this choice would bring.
Oh my God.
While interviews are taking place, Ashley was flown to the University of Colorado Medical Center.
And the crazy thing is that those people didn't even have nothing to do with it besides giving her a place to live or like being their friends. Like, that's crazy. He just smoked one of them too.
Center in Aurora, where it was reported that her condition was bleak. With Ashley's survival unclear, Audie discusses the night Lauren first moved in.
The next morning, she had like 37 messages from him, and some of them were like, "I'm banging on your door. Why don't you open this door?" I'm like, "This is my house, Lauren. Like, you have to get a restraining order. This is not safe. This is not okay." And she said, "Don't ever come back here." And she was very against getting any sort of law enforcement involved because she's terrified.
How'd things go between November 16th and now?
It was up and down. It was like basically like at first I was angry and I was like glad she was gone, and then then as I thought about it, it was very upsetting and I was like very upset, and I would send her a lot of pathetic texts and stuff.
If Paul had been struggling prior to Lauren moving out, the separation sent him spiraling.
I'm driving and I'm crying.
I'm driving and I'm crying. Let's get out the phone and record.
I don't want to go without you. I don't care what you did. I'm sorry about what I did. Just please.
It's like, is he posting these things or sending them, or is he just recording this on his phone? Because these are all like recordings. Is he just like recording and keeping it in a little diary on his phone?
Come home, and I love you.
And it just got worse. Like, she didn't care about us anymore. And my dad, he was hurt, and he didn't understand. And he got depressed, and it's like, they were married for 11 years. Their marriage was perfect. She's very lucky to have my dad.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was so angry. We have a family.
Bro, this is the gift that keeps on giving. That is crazy.
We have a family. Please don't.
Paul also sent Lauren videos of the children.
How do you feel like about what happened?
I'm upset. I'm mad. I don't understand. It's overwhelming.
Like, it makes me mad and angry and sad.
What does?
Like Mommy does.
Oh.
Yeah, because she doesn't love us anymore. Like,
He so coached those kids. That is just wild.
You, me, Joe, and Natalie.
I have a new perspective now. You can, make dinner late, or you can not want to talk to me, or you can make baby cry, or I don't know, all the little tiny stupid that I would be critical about. I'm sorry, I wasn't more understanding.
I think he texts her craziness every day.
Every day.
Yeah, I'm looking at myself as I talk to you. I don't look very attractive anymore. I don't blame you for not being attracted to me. Good night, Lauren. I hope you sleep well. And maybe you can go with me tomorrow for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or whatever you want. Good night.
Though Lauren had already stopped sharing her location with Paul, he still continued to try and find.
Dude, he made her share locations? That's crazy. I mean, hey, bro, but hey, man. Loyalty, right?
Find her. On December 2nd at 3:29 a.m., a location services event was recorded on Paul's.
Do you guys share your locations when you're in a relationship? Be honest now, okay? Be honest. Have you ever done it? Let me know.
Phone where he conducted a GPS fix from Apple Maps with the description Lauren DeWise. No GPS position was recorded during this event. Even without her exact location, Paul still found her. In one video, he recorded the moment he spotted Lauren's vehicle in the distance.
Well, it's pretty bad when you drive drunk on the highway. I mean, I'm assuming he's wasted. There it is. See, that's my truck.
Damn, it's crazy.
I don't know if you can see right there. It's the headlights. That's the cop. Well, hope you go to jail.
He's got pictures of the phone. It looks like he was.
Dude, this guy is like, I'm telling you, this is crazy. Imagine him being with this guy, bro. Like, just constantly being bombarded and like treated wrong, and your kids are being all. Ooh.
Lauren.
What do you call it? Stalking.
Keeping an eye on Lauren, I guess. Over there in the middle of the night, taking pictures of cars in the driveway and license plates. And
Paul had taken photos of Audie's house as well as Ashley's vehicle.
I feel like if my husband were to ever, decide to live in a friend's house, like, I don't know where he is. I'd be worried, so I don't really see anything wrong with.
Paul's stalking also extended beyond Lauren. There were photos that showed he had followed and was watching one of the men Lauren had been caught with. Paul also had screenshots of a GPS tracking unit near Audie's house, and his internet search history included multiple instances of him looking up Lauren DeWise and Audie, as well as How Should I Have Picked Up My Dentist Receptionist, 20 Ways to Make Your Wife Fall in Love with You, Monk's Bane, and Revenge Laws. Once Lauren had moved out, those around her revealed what she told them about hers and Paul's relationship.
Audie came up to me afterwards and said, "Can we talk?" I said, "Sure." And she started talking about this friend of hers that's been getting beat for the last 10 years. And I gave her my advice from the restraining order standpoint and all this other stuff. And finally she looks at me and goes and says, "It's Lauren. Paul's been beating her for the last 10 years. After the realization, you start realizing, oh, that's why Lauren came in a number of weeks ago and her arm looked like it was broken because she couldn't even use it because Bastard punched her so hard.
She came in and she had visible bruises on her arm, like very visible bruises, and I had a very personal conversation.
Wood chipper, bro. Piece of shit. Wood chipper. Wood chipper. Wood chipper. It's over, bro. Firing squad. Straight up. No one ever thought it or felt the need of it. Yeah, I don't know. I guess sometimes it was a thing like when you got in a relationship, you'd like just share locations or whatever. I don't know. I never really did it much, but I had one girl who tried with me and I was like, Snapchat location, not like phone number location, but it was like you know how you can turn your location on Snapchat or whatever, or something like that.
Conversation with Lauren, I was like, "Look, Lauren, those look like hand marks. They look like hand marks." And she's like, "Oh, no. I was going out to my backyard and I had tripped over the patio or some barrier and hit a sprinkler."
Oh, that was a black eye. It wasn't that she fell or whatever she said she did.
One of Paul and Lauren's neighbors claimed to have witnessed an incident that occurred before Lauren moved out.
As I pulled home, I was looked through the door, and he's yelling at her. She's on the couch crying, and they had the pull-out couch probably kicked her out of the bedroom. And
Lauren was on the couch?
Lauren was on the couch. He's crying. He's yelling at her. And then I was in my room, and I'm kind of looking out through the window, and I can see him, and he's folding the couch onto her.
Okay,
yeah,
so it was pulled out.
Yeah, it was pulled out, and he's folding it back in and just beating her, well, basically beating her with it.
Earlier in his interview, Paul had discussed Lauren's allegations.
When she separated, she was screwing around with me, and she decided to make it look like I was a bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
And she was saying that I was abusive, and she even told Natalie, I was abusive. We're always there together. It's not, she told Natalie threw knives at her. I've never thrown a knife at anybody.
And then he just threw his knife.
Okay, I thought that I wouldn't use the knife on him to defend myself. Okay, and that was a judgment mistake that he made.
But I've never witnessed that. I've never been around when that has ever happened.
Despite these denials, Paul's own recordings reveal a far more turbulent reality hidden behind the closed door of the DeWise home.
And I will always remember this day. I will always remember what you did to us.
To you?
Yeah, you destroyed her family.
I destroyed her family?
Yeah.
You did.
Who hit me?
You!
Yeah, and it was kind of like even with friends, it's kind of like a keep tabs thing, you know? Like, I guess growing up, like, where you at? Oh, we'll just look on Snap location and see, or, like, you know what I mean? Or, like, if you couldn't find somewhere, I don't know.
You!
Who hit me? You started.
That's easy to say, isn't it? That is easy to blame. That is easy. Easy!
It's my fault being vulnerable because he hit me and I couldn't stand it and I couldn't handle it. So I suffered for it.
Right. But did you do anything?
No, I didn't. Because once you get hit for so many times, once you experience that, you experience being hit for so many times that you feel like you're a piece of and you feel like you are just a piece of you can be hit so many times and you give in and you give in and you give in.
Go shit on another bed, Amber Heard.
But I have a bruise on my arm that will never go away. I have bruises on my arm right now that will never go away. Did you see?
Though he likely didn't intend to, Paul recorded himself responding to these allegations.
And then she hurt me, and I retaliated physically because my emotions and my words, my true feelings, didn't mean to her.
You took an alarm clock, you threw it at my face, and you hit me in the eye. You threw glasses at me. You choked me in the bathtub. You
Choked me in the bathtub.
beat the out of me when I was pregnant with baby. I was 5 months pregnant with her. But if it wasn't who you are and the fact that you hate who I am, it wouldn't come out because I've been drunk and I've never, ever hurt you and I've never hurt anyone. You do not like me. No, you don't. You've always wanted to change who I am. From the fact that I stick out my tongue when I eat to the way I dress now.
This isn't the only time these recordings would catch far more than Paul anticipated. However, future revelations would be even more damning. The turbulence of their marriage persisted during their separation, with Paul continuing to record most of their interactions.
And we should have got a divorce. You should have just stood up for yourself, and you should divorce me then. And we would be having this conversation now. You've always been against me, and I'll be glad to get rid of you.
Despite this statement, Paul wrote Lauren a long letter apologizing and telling her that he needs, quote, the Lauren of my dreams. He also bombarded her with texts.
See, it sounds like the guy doesn't love himself, and he should never got in a relationship.
Such as, I'm crazy now, great job, you're killing me, and you have pushed me over the edge. Unfortunately, no one knew how true this statement was, or just how close Paul was to going over the edge.
You want a divorce. That's what you want, Lauren. I know you.
A big part of me does.
It hasn't even said if she's dead
What's
yet.
stopping you?
Loyalty.
Loyalty to me?
Yeah, and to the kids. And I love our family. That's what's stopping me.
I'm sorry that I ever said anything to you. Like, I said, I'll ruin your job. Well, I was angry. I was upset.
We won't get a divorce. I'll try. I'll try again. I'll try again. I hate you, but I love you.
Perhaps it was this hope that Lauren would eventually try again.
And she was down, dude. Like that's a. Like, I'm not saying that she should have stayed with him because he abused her, right? But like in a situation like that, like say there was no abuse and it was just a conversation between them, like expressing themselves. That's a real one right there. You know, she sounded like she was a good woman.
Which kept the full magnitude of Paul's rage in check.
It seemed like we're getting better.
Maybe she just said it though so she didn't get hurt. I don't know.
Literally, she was excited
Having
about
that
Christmas.
separation was kind of working.
It seemed like it. I mean, she would tell me, she might come back, but not right now. She's not ready.
Though Lauren would occasionally take baby to stay overnight with her at Audie's, she only returned to the house she once shared with Paul and the kids for brief visits over Christmas.
It's an activity book. It has stickers and it comes with a pen and you can flip through the pages.
That's wonderful. What a wonderful gift from that mommy.
However, soon after Christmas, something changed, with it all coming to a head on their daughter's birthday on January 4th, just 2 days before Lauren's death.
She was upset at me because I was like, why don't you just come back, And she's like, we're going to talk about it Sunday. And I'm like, is it bad news? I mean, why don't you just tell me now, She's like, I'm not coming back. I'm like, you're not coming back? And she's like, not right now.
Though he doesn't admit it, his children reveal that what Lauren actually said was far more unsettling for Paul.
She's like, it's never good enough for you, okay? I'm never coming back. Stops. Just stopped right there.
She's saying that I'll never come back and, I'm going to have my new life and I'm going to be successful. And
my dad was just like, will you please come back? She's like, no. And she left.
But she's like, I don't need anything from you.
It seems that Lauren had made a plan, one that finally tipped Paul over the edge.
She had finally said on Thursday, "I'm done. I'm calling." So we were going to go see a divorce attorney together. I told her I would go with her this week.
For Paul, it was more than a relationship ending, but an obsession turning deadly. Yet to detectives, Paul insists that he had come to terms with Lauren's plans to move on.
Or it wasn't. It was Ashley. His wife is dead, right? But it was the Ashley girl who we were trying to hear about.
The fact that we were splitting up.
Sorry, that was
That's
my
what
mistake,
happened.
Stacey.
I started accepting it. I was like, okay, this is the way it is, you know.
Though the detectives know there is almost certainly more to the story, Paul has had enough.
I feel like you guys are holding me hostage. You got my kids hostage, and I am stuck here because I don't know where my kids are, and you won't tell me, and I don't appreciate it. I wish you would not do that.
I understand that. Like I said, you are not under arrest, and you're free to go.
Paul's informed that the investigators will be conducting a forensic search of his house and car, and his children would not be returned to him yet. Instead, they would stay in the temporary custody of Child and Family Services.
Let me ask you this question.
Okay, so he if you're not caught up, because this is a long video, he busted into his wife's house because their fighting caused her to go live in a house and have two girl roommates. One of the roommates went and stayed at a friend's house, and while she went and stayed at a friend's house, he came and broke in and killed his ex-wife and the other roommate. And then the roommate that stayed at a friend's house came back and found him.
You just said, I know you guys think my dad killed my mom.
Like, it's
What do you
not, it's
think?
obvious. No, he didn't do it. I know he didn't do it.
With his alibi being backed up by both Joe and Natalie, Paul was released and his phone returned to him. Following his interrogation, Paul texted Joe, writing, "We all really need to talk when you come home. Something bad happened and the police think I did it. I didn't do it." Joe replied, "What? That's crazy. You would never." At the University of Colorado Medical Center, Ashley was fighting for her life. She had 2 gunshot wounds to her back, one a grazing wound and the other lodged in her chest cavity. She also had a wound to her right elbow. Along with her other injuries, Ashley had a gunshot wound to the back of her head, and the bullet lodged in her brain. She had also sustained a through-and-through perforating gunshot wound to her right shoulder, and it was believed that the bullet was lodged in her carotid. Surgeons surmised that if the bullet had not miraculously acted as a plug, Ashley would have died from exsanguination prior to Audie finding her. With so many devastating injuries, it was unclear if she would survive.
Yeah, I mean, she's got a long recovery ahead of her at least.
It wasn't long before investigators once again contacted Paul.
Hello. Hey, Paul. How are you?
Hanging in there? Best I can.
Yeah, hanging in there.
So have you guys come up with anything besides me at this point, or am I still
No, you can just come down. I just want to visit with you. And
no, I'm saying, have you come up with any suspects besides me at this point, or am I still it?
well, we can talk about that when you come down.
You know, my wife is gone.
Mm-hmm.
My kids are gone.
Mm-hmm.
My house is gone. My car is gone. I have no access to any resources, any of my belongings. I have nothing.
Yeah, I understand that.
I don't. My wife wouldn't approve of any of that either. You know, so I want to talk to a lawyer.
That is wild, bro.
I'm not helping in the investigation because I didn't do anything, and you're just investigating me.
Following Paul's refusal, Joe was asked to come in for a second interview. This time, he was joined by his biological mother. As it would turn out, Joe held the key to revealing the true extent of Paul's depravity.
Just told Mom passed us.
No matter what Joe claims, the investigators already know he hasn't been honest so far.
Joe, I'm going to tell you the truth. Your prints, your shoe prints, those boot prints, you and I both know the boot prints. They're both places.
Boot prints found outside Audie's house matched prints found at Paul's house exactly. Investigators didn't find the boots they were looking for, but Paul's habit of documenting everything had already given them photos of Joe wearing boots that matched both sets of prints. They also matched photos of Paul's boots to a second pair of prints at Audie's.
I think you were involved. Come on, son.
Help me understand why you were there.
Under the mounting pressure, Joe finally cracks.
How long have you been planning it? You don't think he was planning it? Think he just did it out of the blue? Why that night?
At what may have been an indication of what was to come, Paul's Netflix showed that on the evening of January 6th, 4 episodes of the show Murderous Affairs had been watched. Though this may not have helped his mental state, it seems messages exchanged between Paul and Lauren were the final tipping point. Paul texted Lauren asking, "Are we still meeting tomorrow?" And she replied, "What for?" Paul wrote back, "Do you still want to go to church with us tomorrow? Let me know whenever. I love you more than words can express. I love you so much and will do anything to help you."
Was he extra hurt that night?
He was just in his chair. He was silent than usual.
After a few more messages from Paul, Lauren finally replied at 10:58 p.m. "No thank you. I would not like to go." This message may have been the final straw for Paul and the catalyst which brought him to the conclusion of his murderous downward spiral.
It says, he's not. Come with me now. I said, where are we going? He's like, don't even. I said, where are we going? He's like, get the car. Why? I said, get the car.
Joe says Paul told him to leave his phone at home and that he got a bad feeling when he realized they were approaching Audie's house. According to Lauren's friends, she had shared her fear that Paul may one day crack.
He told her that if she didn't ever leave him, he will kill her. And that was one of the things she confided into me, that she was really scared for her life, that if she did leave, he was going to kill her.
He threatened her constantly when they were married. He has held a gun to her. He has threatened to kill her. He has said, I know why men kill their wives.
In a twist Paul likely never saw coming, while recording his conversations with Lauren, he'd accidentally captured the evidence of some of these threats himself.
Because you're such a lying piece of... I am going to kill you.
Oh, shit.
And that
Are you serious?
is what I'm doing. You know what? I'm going to end your mother. That's what's going to happen. I'm too old to start over.
In text to a friend, Paul also wrote, "This is the hardest thing I've ever experienced, and I've killed many people." In messages to Lauren, he wrote, "I'm a killer man. I love to kill." Audie said that on the night of her death, Lauren had made a comment to her.
And she had actually said something to me like, I'm just so happy here. I feel safer than I felt in years.
Lauren couldn't have known that Paul was on his way to end her life. When they arrived at Audie's house, Paul told Joe, "As long as you do what I say, you'll be fine. You'll be okay." Paul put on a mask and gloves and gave Joe a mask and gloves to wear.
What did you say?
He said, follow me.
Okay.
I said, no.
You said no?
I said no. I said, now. Do it now.
You said do it now?
And I had to.
You knew you had to go. Okay. So you're walking up to the house. And then what? Is he carrying anything? What's he carrying?
He's carrying, I don't know what is it, this?
He's carrying a pistol?
Yeah.
I'm completely unstable. Yeah, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. Anybody around you, just because they're around you, I'll kill them too.
Paul made Joe walk in front of him as they went through the backyard. He then kicked in the back door, pushed Joe inside, and began searching rooms. Audie later reported that she'd found her bedroom door open after leaving it closed, indicating that whoever had been in the home was looking for her.
What do you know about Audrey? I know that I don't like her. Yeah. I know that she's a bad influence.
No, you did the right thing.
Me. There's already been home left me.
Joe.
What's crazy is that he made him come. Like, the fact that he was just like, I don't know, dude, this guy's just crazy.
Tells the detective that he waited downstairs while Paul went up to the bedrooms.
Did you hear him?
Yes.
What'd you hear?
When Paul entered Lauren's room, Joe heard her gasp, and then Paul shot her multiple times.
I just need you to love me. I need love desperately. I've never been like this. I need you to love me. I need you to touch me. I need you to put your hand on me. I need somebody to be
in front of his kids? Oh my god.
okay. That's all I need. No, I don't. I want to be married to you forever.
Yeah, but you want to kill me too.
Because you hurt me so bad,
Yeah, but...
and I love you so much.
What the hell is wrong with you? He said, go.
An autopsy determined that Lauren had 4 bullet wounds, 1 in the head, 1 in the shoulder, which then penetrated her right cheek, and 2 in the chest. Police noted there was gunpowder surrounding the wound to her right temple.
I was going to try to stop him.
She put the gun right up to her head.
You couldn't stop him.
I was afraid. I'm so bad.
You're afraid for your dad?
My sister.
Your sisters.
Following the shooting, Paul then drove to the town pump and bought beer. This means that the image of him in the store captures the exact moments after he killed Lauren and shot Ashley. Paul then texted Lauren at 1:02 a.m. writing, "Please give us another chance." And again at 2:52 a.m., "Please, please, please come home. I miss you and love you so much." All of these messages were sent after he had killed her. Once they were home, Paul ordered Joe to give him his boots, put all his clothing in the washing machine, and to take a shower. He then left, taking Joe's boots with him. When he returned, Paul told Joe not to incriminate him because you don't want to find out the consequences of that. It was determined that though Paul had forced Joe to join him, he was not involved in any way.
I couldn't turn against him.
You couldn't turn against him?
If I turned against him.
He completely confided in you. If you turned against him, that was it.
As for the story Joe and Natalie had told detectives earlier, Paul had instructed both of his children on what to say.
I know he talked to her because she's saying the same thing I am.
On the night of January 6th, Paul woke Natalie up and told her that he had killed Lauren and needed her cooperation. Natalie later testified to an unhealthy relationship with Paul because He had complete control over her decisions and her opinions, and had instilled fear into her. On January 11th, 2018, 5 days after Lauren and Ashley were shot, Paul DeWise was arrested.
And being held on charge of deliberate homicide for $1 million.
Miraculously, Ashley survived, though she suffered a stroke and is still dealing with the physical aftermath of her injuries. She has had to learn to live with only the use of her right arm, as she can no longer use her left. Paul has maintained his innocence, saying he was falsely accused. He eventually pled not guilty to 2 counts of deliberate homicide. Natalie and Joe returned to live with their mom, while their 4-year-old sister lives with Lauren's mom. Following his arrest, Natalie received a jail call from Paul. According to official documents, he asked her to convince Joe to turn himself in and confess to shooting Lauren and Ashley because Joe, quote, would only be in jail for a little while, and then he would get back out and life would be normal. Despite this last attempt to get away with murder, Paul DeWise was found guilty of the deliberate homicide of Lauren DeWise and guilty of the attempt to commit the deliberate homicide of Ashley Van Hamert. For both counts 1 and 2, he was sentenced to 100 years each. For both counts, Paul received an additional 10 years for the use of a firearm.
I know that she was shot so many times, I can't believe she lived either.
Or dangerous weapon, resulting in a total sentence of 220 years in a Montana state prison.
Jeez. That was one of the wildest ones I've ever watched, to be real with you.
Are we going in guns blazing and everything? Oh, oh.
On April 2nd, 2024, deputies...
YouTuber turned mass murderer.
It was all there in front of your face, you know.
The insane case of Randy Stair. Who is this? 46 minutes. This would be the last video I react to. I mean, YouTube censored me. I mean, this is just like, I'm gonna keep streaming and stuff because we're gonna get through. It's a bump in the road, but YouTube is censoring me so bad it is just crazy.
Welcome to reality.
The man you're looking at is 24-year-old YouTuber Randy Stair. He's obsessed with 2 things not often found together, the cartoon Danny Phantom and Columbine. Although this should have raised red flags, when Randy's descent into madness went overlooked by those around him, nothing would stand in his way from becoming a mass killer. What's up, EWU crew? It's the Raven, here to share another shocking, interesting, or just strange, but very true story with you. Today's subject is Randy Stair, more popularly remembered as Andrew Blaze. Despite being known by his YouTube pseudonym, I'm going to use his legal name Randy when talking about him, as this is the name that would eventually become infamous. What makes this case uniquely disturbing is the fact that Randy actually videotaped everything, up until the day of his massacre, and left behind a trail of disturbing clues in preparation for his final plan. And although all the signs were there that something was about to go very wrong, Randy's fans either ignored it or didn't take it seriously. But Randy was dead serious, and I'm not
like, what? It takes like a special evil kind of person to really sit there and like admire what happened at Columbine and shit. Like, how could you be interested in that? That's crazy.
Exaggerating when I say the motive behind his massacre is the most bizarre I've ever heard. Randy first became interested in YouTube in 2008, eventually creating a channel called Pioneer Productions. At first, his content seemed pretty normal. He created Let's Plays, filming himself and his reactions as he played video games. And sometimes he'd act out skits with a toy frog and stuffed whale. He rubbed shoulders with some popular creators in YouTube's early days. He was mentioned at one point in a Ray William Johnson video, bragged that Fred supposedly liked one of his videos, and was even friends with Plasma Master Don, a YouTuber who recently died and was then allegedly exposed as a sex offender. But as Randy's videos went on, there was a noticeable change. You see, Randy was obsessed with the Nickelodeon cartoon Danny Phantom, which follows the adventures of main character Danny Fenton, who became a human-ghost hybrid after an accident involving the portal between the human world and the ghost zone. This is where Randy first saw the character Ember McLean. She was his first crush, and the moment he laid eyes upon her in his late elementary years, he said he instantly felt something change within him.
Like, if you look on the poster behind me, those were inspired by Ember McLean, which is a ghost from a TV show called Danny Phantom, which started back in 2003, 2004. You know, I was in late elementary school at that time. But this ghost, this woman always connected with me. But ever since I first saw her, something changed. And it wasn't like
we're dealing with another fucking maniac, bro.
I grew up or anything like that. Like, I realized, oh my gosh, I'm attracted to girls and all this. No, it just, something changed. It was like a spark. And it just connected with me. It made me feel warm inside. And it felt very familiar, which was strange. It was like I'd seen her before.
He said his official Ember phase started in 2010, but later said this obviously wasn't a phase, but a realization. As Randy fell down the rabbit hole of this infatuation, he created his own spin-off characters, also known as OCs, original characters, along with his own animated series based on the show. This series was called Ember's Ghost Squad, obviously inspired by Ember McLean. Randy was so invested in his animated series that he had stickers of his fictional characters on his car. What started out as a seemingly innocent partaking of a fandom was about to turn into something far more disturbing. But in hindsight, perhaps the signs of Randy's dark side were evident in his early years. As a child, Randy was described as shy. He desperately wanted friends and began struggling with thoughts of death in elementary school, fantasizing that he'd board a plane and it would crash, so it would be an insta-death. Death was even a reoccurring theme in the games Randy would play as a child, making the childhood videos he'd upload all the more eerie to look back on.
So why don't you? It's not that easy. I can't suffer, not just me, but all the people who made me suffer. Why do you want to die so much? It's good to be living. No, it's not.
His loneliness would follow
hell, bro? What the hell are kids like that talking like that for? That's crazy.
him into high school. Though he described having a few friends, he never had a girlfriend or went on a date. It was during this time that Randy seemed to start crying out for help through attention-seeking behavior, such as writing stories in class where the characters would die horrible and gruesome deaths. He couldn't believe his teachers didn't care.
I must have wrote like 4 or 5 stories where the character got killed at the end, and I actually turned these in as assignments, and I never got like any like weird looks from the teacher or anything. She was a nice teacher and everything, really great. Yeah, the teacher never like felt concerned or anything. I just remember not getting any feedback in terms of that, so I don't know what she was thinking, but...
Soon enough, Randy started investing more time into Pioneer Productions, and it wasn't long before YouTube became his passion in life. He eventually decided to dedicate all his time to his channel. It was during this time that Randy seemed to get more and more isolated. He was almost always alone in his videos. Something inside Randy would begin to break in his late high school years as he prepared to enter the real world. He began getting poor grades as he neared graduation, and he hated his job working at the DeWise supermarket.
And high school, I was that typical jaded teenager, you know, just don't want to be here, don't want to do anything. I'm bored with my life, I don't know what to do, I don't know where to go. You know, the typical teenage drama you deal with. And
having no clue what he wanted to do with his life, he started to go down a dark path, fantasizing about setting himself on fire like the cartoon character Ember and taking his own life. And something would happen to Randy that would change him forever. One of his brother's friends, Tom, died in a car crash.
Tom Lynch. He was in my brother's grade. He's a grade below me. But
oh, you know about this, bro? He was a quasi-trans. Yeah, what is a quasi-trans? Point trans, you know, he thought himself as well as a ghost screw. Yeah, that's crazy.
But I've had a class with him before and whatnot, so I knew him. And he died on his way to school in the morning, crashed into a tree, smashed into a tree, dead on arrival at the hospital. And that was the first time I got messed up. That messed me up.
Though he hadn't known Tom well, he said his death really affected him. His daydreams in class became consumed with either YouTube or death, and his growing fixation on the morbid subject would lead him to start a strange tradition, driving by the location of Tom's death every year on the same day he died.
When I'm not thinking about YouTube or my family or what I love, I'm always thinking about what happens after you die. I want to do everything I possibly can in life before I'm dead. And that's just a scary thought. It's like everything has to end sometime. I'll be dead one day. You'll be dead one day. It's not good to think about stuff like that. I know this is scary stuff, but it is just weird, and I think about it too much.
Randy claimed to be struck by tragedy again after one of his newest friends, Matt, also suddenly died in a car accident. He wrote in his journal, "Tom's death sucked the life out of me. Matt's death killed me."
Doesn't matter what you do, you're gonna die. You'll end up dead one day. It's like right now. Someone right now is going to sleep. They're gonna wake up tomorrow and be dead. Someone's gonna die tomorrow that just went to sleep. And they don't know that. They're gonna go to sleep now, wake up tomorrow, go into the world, and they're gonna die somehow. Car accident, heart attack, some other supernatural force or whatever. Yeah, just, I think about that a lot too, which is weird. I think about death a lot. And I take no shame in thinking about dying a lot, but I seriously do think about death all the time, and it's not a good thing. Death is not fun to think about. In a way, it's like an escape. For me, it is.
Not long after, Randy himself ended up getting into a car accident, and it was like this event flipped a switch in him, causing his obsessions to spiral into an even darker, deeper place. Randy began to fixate on the idea of getting older, and this idea terrified him. This fear would eventually warp into a disgust for older people, and Randy decided that living past the age of 30 was pointless. It was here that he decided he wanted to die young and soon.
There would be no possible way I could live until I was 60-something. Not a chance in hell. Honestly, I don't know how people do it. I don't know how people get up every day and go to like a dead-end job, come home, do the same exact routine every day, every weekend. How do you honestly do that? I was never able to compute it in my head. How do you live on this planet for decades upon decades upon decades? I honestly don't know how you do it.
At the same time, Randy was developing some other strange ideas involving the cartoon character Ember, writing in his journal, "I miss my cartoon-like form. Bodies in this dimension are tolerable, but they're nothing compared to that dimension."
And that's when Ember came back into my life. It was in 2013. That was it. From that point forward, she never left my life again, ever.
He became convinced that after he died, he would return to his true form, a ghost girl just like Ember, and that he'd live on with the fictional characters he'd created in Ember's Ghost Squad, or EGS. This was what Randy called his big realization, that he didn't belong here on Earth. He was actually a ghost girl, and the only way he could return to what he was truly supposed to be was by dying. During this time, he also began struggling with his gender identity, leading him to experiment with wearing bras.
I guess what it came down to was I felt like I was like transgender or something. Like I felt like a woman the whole time, which spiritually I'm a woman. I'm a female soul. But I had to live in a man's body to do what I set out to do. That was my soul contract. That was what I was meant to do.
He eventually stole clothes out of his mother's closet and cross-dressed when no one else was home.
I was cross-dressing ever since high school. When you guys would go to your bowling leagues and Jeremy would go with you, I would either film a YouTube video, you know, back in early high school, you know, 9th, 10th, 11th grade. I would pretty much always film a YouTube video between 9th and 10th grade on every Wednesday when you would go out the door. So I would either film a video or I would cross-dress. And that's something I've kept to myself my whole life. I never told anybody about this.
He wrote in his journal, "I sit here alone on my bed full of emptiness. I'm wearing my girl clothes with my legs crossed. Why am I damned to spend 2 to 3 decades in this disgusting body? I'm not a man. Sorry, Mom and Dad, but I'm not sorry. I'm a woman. Each and every day it gets harder and harder to live in this body. I'm wearing my female natural selection shirt with my American Eagle bra, panties, and black leggings. I guess the proper term would be transgender, but I don't even fully agree on that. I'm legit a girl trapped inside a boy's body. I'm a femme soul." Randy began taking action to change his appearance in order to better match his ghost girls. He skipped meals when he could, surprised that his family didn't notice, and started shaving all of his body hair with a woman's razor. At first he hid his razor in a drawer in his room, but then for some reason decided to keep it out in the open. Again, he couldn't believe that no one noticed. Perhaps it started to seem to him like nothing he did really made a difference. Maybe
That's crazy, Stacy. Thanks for letting me know. Yeah, what the fuck, man?
Started thinking he'd need to do something more drastic to get people's attention.
Every year of my life since 2013, I just felt more and more feminine. Can't even explain it. Look at the bathroom. Look at where my stuff was. You'll see there's a girl's Venus razor there. There's the Skintimate stuff that girls use to shave their legs and arms with. Every 3 days since like 2016, I've been shaving my arms and legs and entire body every 3 days. There's just one thing I'll say is like that white stain on the floor, like that splotch you'll see on my carpet. That was an Ember thing. I wanted to make my skin as white as possible to look like her. I wanted it to be completely white, so I bought this body paint, which was like, I don't even know what it was. It was like latex that like it becomes like glued to your skin and you gotta peel it off. And it got on the carpet and then it got freaking in my body hair, which like almost never came out at the time. What little body hair I had at the time anyways, but that stuff never came off. It's funny. Yeah, you're over there sleeping and here I am at 3 in the morning covering myself in this latex.
Randy's inner turmoil was far from over, and although his passion for Ember would continue to intensify, it wasn't long before he was forming a new obsession, the Columbine High School massacre. He began frequently posting on a Columbine forum and participating in different threads, even a thread for sharing Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold memes. One post that caught his attention read, "I know the students finished the 1999 school year at a nearby school, but I was wondering if they still had to complete their final exams. What about exams for the injured? It'd be so mean to make Patrick take them after he got out of the hospital." Randy replied, "I never thought about that, ha ha ha. Tests had to be the last thing on the surviving victims' minds." To me, Randy just seemed like one of those people who, when he's interested in something, he dives in headfirst with an almost uncanny hyperfixation. But unfortunately, none of his obsessions were healthy, and now Randy was starting to get ideas. He was also starting to feel increasingly lost in life. During a live stream from 2014, 3 years before his plan, Randy suddenly announced to the dismay of his fans that he wouldn't be around much longer, and would probably be leaving YouTube for reasons he couldn't state.
Not leaving right this second. It could be a year, it could be a little bit longer than that. I don't have anything set in stone or anything like that. There's multiple reasons for it.
Welcome in, Cheryl.
I don't really know what to say.
Hope you've been doing good.
In like a year.
He ranted about how his YouTube channel was all he telling.
There's so much more than just like real life problems. There's other stuff too that just what's in my head of what I want to do, and just things I don't want to say publicly because it would hurt a lot of people.
But somehow, even after this pessimistic live stream, Randy said that 2014 ended up being one of his best years, and so he held off on planning the grand escape from his human body. However, it wasn't long until he began to feel dissatisfied with life once again, and in 2017 he decided it was time. But before he could do anything, he wanted to finish off the EGS animation project.
Kids are with their mom right now on a visit, so I'm just kicking it. YouTube censoring me, so we're just vibing with the fam right now.
He'd been working on that, and he needed a weapon. He thought he'd be able to go forward with his big plan in September, figuring he'd finish his project by then. He tried to figure out a way he could decide the date based on coding the letters EGS, E being 5, G being 7, and S being 19, placing his big plan for 5719. But as the days went by, he realized he couldn't wait 2 years. He wanted to die so he could become the ghost girl that was clawing to get out.
14, 13, 12 days away from doing this, you know? This is it. There's a lot on my mind. If you're in my position, you'd have a lot on your mind too. Every day, I have to make count, you know? This is it. Just under 2 weeks to live. You got 2 weeks to live. What do? God forbid if somebody does see me blocking the exits, I don't know what they'd say. I don't know what I'd say. Tired of the same old routine. Tired of everything but my girls. That's really it.
In the meantime, Randy began filming a set of tapes for his parents to view after his death, planning to post them online just before he struck. He ranted in his journal about how much he hated humanity, and how he was a self-described narcissist who enjoyed watching the tapes of himself over and over again. Pages upon pages of the journal were dedicated to rambling about the Columbine massacre, as he described again and again how he was sucked into the world of Columbine, and how he felt a special connection, especially to Eric Harris. He also revealed he was extremely homophobic and racist, writing extensively about his hatred for gay people. His goal to finish the animation project.
But aren't you... What? Aren't you gay?
Before he died wasn't working out. He complained in his journal that the voiceover actresses he hired weren't going fast enough, and he freaked out when an animator didn't want to work on his project because he wasn't comfortable with the theme. See, Randy's animation project was called The Westboro High Massacre, so all things considered, it's weird enough that he found anyone comfortable to even voice act for it.
Still don't have it. I sent the script in March. It's June 2nd. Where's my voiceovers, Laura, that I paid for? Where are they? Better have that voiceover by Monday, Laura. You're dead. Makes you feel like you don't even matter. Remember that when you work with people in the future. I expected to have this months ago. At least say what's going on so I know. It makes
Yo, this guy is like getting more and more crazy.
you feel like you don't matter. What the ever. People are worthless stacks of Nobody cares until you're dead. It's the sad truth of life. Watch all my social medias. I can't believe he's dead. I'm so sad. I loved his videos. You haven't seen Jack on my social media since. And after this happens, people will be like, man, I wish I would have talked to them more. Well, too late. It's always what happened with my fan base. As much as I love my fans, no one said Jack to me until I said something big. Like, oh, I'm leaving. If nothing major was happening, it was like I didn't even exist. What the ever. I swear to God, people can say they cared about me all they want. You didn't show it. But I was subscribed to you for years. Who cares? You never said anything. People say they care. I don't care. It's too late now.
But eventually, everything fell apart with the people he was working with. His project was stuck, and he decided he'd had enough, that he couldn't wait any longer. He purchased 2 shotguns, writing in his journal, "You were a fool to trust me with that shotgun. Oh, mother, if only you realize you just signed my death warrant by taking me to that gun shop."
That just happened. That just f***ing happened. Oh my goddess. Oh my goddess. I am armed. I am armed. I got it. I got it. 2 Mossberg 500 shotguns. My boss has been trying to get on day shift or second shift. He had an opportunity to get it, but the way things are looking, he's not going to get it. So then also put me like on the clock here because it's like he's been trying to look for other places to work. The way I see it, I can just barely have enough time to do all this within 4 weeks. I want it to be the night of June 9th. I can't tell my parents that I have 2 shotguns now. They know I have the one, but then if they see that I have the exact same gun, but 2 inches shorter on the barrel, it'll be like, why do you need that? And that's when it starts to get into like personal stuff. Like, why do you need 2 shotguns? You're scaring me. Please don't start buying more guns. You know, I have all the pieces. I'm just waiting on getting some eyeliner. So far, it's been okay. I've gotten the occasional like, why are you obsessed with this Columbine? But other than that, virtually nothing. I don't think people would actually think I would actually consider doing something like this.
He took target practice videos in what appeared to be in his backyard with someone else holding the camera and filming him. It makes you wonder who exactly was filming him.
Yeah, that you said exactly what I was going to say, Stacy, is that so he was planning this online in front of everybody and no one did nothing and like no one said shit. Like, that's crazy.
And how they couldn't have realized something was about to go very wrong, especially taking Randy's shirt into consideration, the same shirt Eric Harris wore on the day of the Columbine massacre.
Should I hit the button?
What happened next is almost unbelievable. Randy began deliberately leaving a disturbing trail of notes and tweets that he was planning something, and the date for his plan was June 7th. He was not being very subtle at all, but still nobody seemed to even care. In his journal, Randy seemed almost disappointed that his parents didn't notice he was planning something. He wore his natural selection shirt time and time again, and was shocked that his parents didn't catch the reference.
But Eric Harris had a white t-shirt, black text, natural selection. I bought 3 of them, yet none of you knew what it meant, which blew my mind. I didn't want to tell you that, so I kept that under wraps. That's a warning sign.
He wrote, "How she hasn't questioned me or seen the signs is beyond me."
Looking back now, you might realize, geez, I don't know how I missed it. You might just start having flashbacks in your head of certain things, like certain situations where it's like, wow, that was one of them, or that was a warning sign right there. Or...
He wondered in his journal if he would have fangirls who would obsess over him. "That'd be great," he wrote. He began tweeting a series of alarming messages, not only on his main Twitter account, but on the variety of alternate Twitter accounts he had created to roleplay, or pretend to be, his characters.
You know, I wrote all this dark, brutal, morbid, grim stuff into my videos, and people ate it up, and they loved it. They didn't realize that I actually meant it all. I started posting on all my social media how I really felt. Amber was always there in this dark place, like I mentioned. She fueled me to do this. I was like, she told me to do this. Do it for the Ghost Squad. You know,
Counts as his character Rachel's clear obsession with Columbine. Clearly, his 2 worlds were now inextricably intertwined. At this point, Randy was completely lost in his fictional world and convinced that he would die and come back as one of his characters. It was his own fantasy that would spell his doom. And as his social media antics continued and time slowly ran out, it should have been obvious to anyone following his Twitter accounts that something was very wrong. Here's where things get chilling. Randy wanted to go out with a bang, and in a sickening twist, he decided it would all come down to a coin flip. Whether he would commit a massacre at home or at the supermarket where he worked the night shift. And this is what happened.
That's crazy, okay. 2 worlds.
So here's the deal. Got a 1983 quarter right here. You believe in fate? Here's the fate test. I'm gonna flip this 3 times. Or the best out of 3, rather.
I seen this clip online. I seen like this clip where he flips it online. I didn't see this whole video though.
And if it's heads, I'll do it here. If it's tails, supermarket. Best of 3. Here we go. Not gonna touch it. You will see it as I see it. If I can find it. There it is. That's the tails. See that? Good. Looking at it. Land use of there. Heads. Had to be, huh? Have to have it come down to the very last coin flick. Okay, this is it. For all the marbles. Except we're playing for like much more than marbles here. I can't believe I'm having this come down to a coin flip. The flip of a coin. Here it goes. 1, 2, 3. I'll land behind the camera. Just to the side. I can't see it. I see it in the grass, but I can't see it. Tails. That is a tails, folks. Tails. Which means there's going to be a loss of a human life, besides my own. Possibly more than one. That's fate for you.
And just like that, it was decided, with something as silly and trivial as the flip of a coin. The fates of innocent people were sealed, and they had no idea about any of it.
Ready to die, ready to go. 6 more nights it'll all be over. You hear that? That's how quiet it's going to be in my house for a week. I want to know how everyone's going to take this. How much they're going to cry. How long are they going to cry for? For all I know, this story could just be headlines one day around here and then be gone. It might not become anything for all I know. Crime scene. And then it'll be over. And then everything will just be thrown away. Whoever would have thought that a cartoon character would cause this to happen? A cartoon character. How can a cartoon character bring all this out in you? How is that even possible? The biggest question will always be, why? And I partially told you why. I could tell you everything. There's stuff that you still don't know about me that I'll never tell you. I'll take it to the grave. You want a chip? I'm not a psychopath. I don't hunt people down and kill them. I need to eat something substantial or I'm dying here. Take away YouTube, I'm nothing. I mean, there's other dimensions out there besides Earth. There's going to be a big eternal war. I will be laughing my white ghost female ass off. When I get messages saying, you know, I help people get through dark times, or I change their life, you know, or my videos make them laugh their ass off or put a smile on their face, you know, that's all I ever really wanted deep down. It wasn't there in the beginning. Like in the beginning, I just wanted to be like, I want to get famous from it. That was pretty much it. But I was like Onision that had an actual decent fan base. I sit here and I ask myself, would I do it all over again if I could? I'm gonna be dead before next week ends. I'll be dead. Legit dead. This is it. So okay, I'll miss you guys. I'll miss you a lot.
That would later become a crime scene. In this video, it seems he's scoping around the store and checking all the exit points. And it's incredibly haunting to watch, knowing what would happen just one day later. On the night of June 7th, just hours before the horror that was about to unfold, Randy posted his final video to YouTube, his big animation project. It starts out and shows him loading 2 shotguns, which he calls the Twins, named Mackenzie and Rachel after his favorite fictional characters, before he stuffs them into a duffel bag.
I gave them names. The first one I bought, I called Rachel, and then I called the smaller one Mackenzie, after Mackenzie West. As much as you might find it hard to believe, in this poster, I'm the one wrapping my arms around her. That's me.
Again, this is a reference to Columbine, as Eric Harris also named his firearm. But Randy didn't stop there. Eric had etched the name into the firearm, and Randy decided to do the exact same thing.
Now I duct taped the pistol grip thanks to Eric Harris.
It's in this video that he proclaims, "I've been stepped on my whole life, not anymore. I've had enough of this putrid planet, and I'm gonna leave my mark." Yeah, kinda dark, and it honestly makes me wonder what was a bigger motivator for him in the end. The rebirth as a ghost girl he so desperately wished for, or simply getting the attention he desired for so long. You're looking at the beginning of his video right now, hours before what happened. At this point, Randy isn't being discreet. In fact, he practically bragged that something was going to happen. It was in plain sight now, and there was still time to stop him, but still no one reported a thing.
I started talking with a girl online, and I started talking to her about the shotgun I got. She was one of only 2 people I told about the shotgun.
Clearly, something dark is about to happen, but I have to warn you that what happens next is extremely disturbing, especially because this is the kind of thing that seems like it could happen anywhere and to anyone. The next day, in the early morning hours of June 8th, 24-year-old Randy was working his night shift at the store. He and 4 other employees of the store were stocking the shelves while they got ready to close. It was well after midnight and the store was quiet as they were all pretty tired. But because they all wanted to get the work done and head home, none of the other employees noticed that Randy wasn't actually doing his job. Instead of helping close the store and stock shelves, he was creeping to each of the exits and barricading them with pallets, trapping everyone inside. This calm and calculated preparation is especially chilling to me because there were so many chances to second-guess the plan and turn back before it was too late. Randy took none of them. He casually walks to the emergency exit and pushes a pallet in front of the door before he goes back to cleaning up the store. When he pauses again, none of his co-workers think anything of it, especially because Randy is on his phone. What no one knew was that Randy was sending out a few different videos and posts, which were all detailed plans of the disturbing thing he was going to do next. On one of his Twitter accounts, he uploaded videos called Journal, Digital Set, and most concerningly, one called Suicide Tapes. At 10 p.m., he tweeted as Mackenzie, "I hope we were able to get you through the day. I always hate goodbyes, but it's more like, see you later. Thank you, Mackenzie." Just before 1 a.m., right before the massacre, he tweeted as Rachel, "Me and Andrew are going to give the world a little insight as to what really lurks around in the shadows of your everyday lives." As soon as he was sure that the videos and tweets were up, Randy begins his sinister plan, something that everyone on the internet can now see coming. But his unsuspecting co-workers have no idea that they're trapped in a nightmare that Randy has already made sure they can't escape. Around 1 a.m. with the doors at the back of the building all blocked, Randy marches his way to the main entrance to the store, where he locks the doors and blocks them with another pallet. Then he pulls out the 2 pistol-grip pump-action shotguns he had hidden in the duffel bag that he brought to work. Randy had brought 2 guns, just in case one of them breaks down on him or jams and he has no way of fixing it. As you'll see, Randy has taken great care to ensure that everything will go according to his gruesome plan. Eerily calm, Randy walks through the store, shotguns ready. The details of what happens next are debated, as the news accounts differ from what one of the employees says happened. I'll tell you all of it so you can make up your own mind, but be warned, what happens next is terrifying. In the store with Randy are 25-year-old Victoria, 47-year-old Brian, 63-year-old Terry, and 25-year-old Kristen. According to Kristen, she was in the same aisle as Victoria, working together to restock the shelves. Both girls have their headphones in, with Victoria's music cranked up and Kristen's a little lower. The two are goofing around when Victoria goes further down the aisle to get another stack of labels, completely unaware of what was about to happen. "I don't hate Victoria, but you gotta go," Randy had written earlier in his journal. All of a sudden, from where she is standing, Kristen hears a few popping sounds, followed by a thud. Kristen doesn't know it, but Randy has just shot Victoria, first wounding her across the chest. But as she turned to run from him, he kept pulling the trigger, shooting her from behind at the base of her skull. And then Kristen's whole world turns upside down. When she turns to see what the popping noise was, she's met with Randy standing at the end of the aisle, about several feet away from her, the guns in his hands and Victoria laying on the ground between them. As she watches in horror and shock, Randy mercilessly fires a few more shots into Victoria. Then Randy looks up and he and Kristen lock eyes. As they stare at each other, her feet are rooted to the ground, her mind racing a mile a minute, trying to comprehend what is happening. After a few hard-pounding seconds, during which Randy must have been debating killing her, he just turns and walks into the other aisle. Now, this is one of the places that accounts differ, as Kristen says that she made eye contact with Randy after he shot Victoria, which is incredibly disturbing to consider. But the other possible version of events is even more eerie. Various news sources actually reported that Kristen hadn't heard the pop of gunfire at all. Instead, they alleged that according to CCTV footage, after shooting Victoria, Randy found Kristen where she was working, and eerily looms only a few feet behind her, and the whole time she has no idea that he's there. Randy has his shotgun still hot from being fired, and just watches her for 5 seconds. Then he turns and goes into the next aisle. I don't know which account is true, but regardless, both versions are incredibly creepy. In the other aisle, Randy finds Brian. He shoots him from far away, hitting his arm, groin, chest, and the right side of his head. 3 of the 5 shots Brian was hit with were lethal. Randy also hunts down his oldest co-worker, who at this point had probably heard the gunshots. Terry Sterling is shot twice in the back and shoulder, and I imagine that he must have been trying to run away when he was killed. According to Kristen, while this was happening, she still hadn't moved. She was frozen in fear, sure that what she had seen was a bad prank, because how could it actually have been real? When she finally makes herself move, she runs to check on Victoria where she isn't moving. She even tries to shake her a little to wake her up, but though Victoria still has a heartbeat, she's in a critical condition. Kristen realizes she has to go and get help, because she
this is crazy. This is intense.
Doesn't know where Randy is in the store. She calls 911.
Could you imagine being the girl who, like, he didn't kill? Like, that would... Ooh, he's just crazy and he has it in his head and he's like, no, I'll let her live.
On her phone while still in the aisle. What she didn't know was that it was sadly too late for any of her co-workers to be saved. She then runs to the self-scanners in the store, and as she does, she can hear even more gunshots. At the scanner, she can't see exactly where Randy is, a very dangerous and vulnerable position to be in. So to keep track of his location, she takes a risk and runs a little further. When she spots him and his back is turned, Kristen makes a break for the front door. Once there, she's able to reach past the pallet that Randy has blocked the exit with, and finally unlock the door. But when she goes to push it open, her heart sinks. The door won't slide. Panicking, Kristen slams her shoulder into the door.
This guy's doing such a good job of narrating what happened.
Door until it pops open, and she can run outside and into the parking lot. Even as a brief wave of relief floods over her, she knows she's not out of the woods yet. Her instincts are to run for a car, but when she sees Randy's vehicle, she decides to avoid it and keep running up a hill in order to hide behind a bush until help arrives. While Kristen is escaping, Randy is still inside finishing his plan. Though he's managed to shoot all of his co-workers except Kristen, he opens fire on some of the merchandise in the store, shattering glass all around him before he shoots at a few of the small portable propane tanks. He wants them to blow up to destroy the store and him with it, but they don't explode. Randy continues to randomly fire in the store before he decides that he has met the end of his thorough plan. Just as calmly as he made his way through the store, Randy then walks into the deli section where he takes his own life. In a gruesomely short amount of time, a total of 59 bullets were fired, all from just one of the shotguns Randy carried. His last tweet was, "Goodbye, humans, I'll miss you." All 3 of his co-workers died from their wounds. Only Kristen managed to escape. Even when talking about
so he worked when he killed his co-workers. That's crazy.
how she had fled the store, Kristen still has no idea why Randy didn't shoot her. And so we may never know why he chose to spare her. But I think the fact that most of Randy's shootings were from farther away means that he was trying to distance himself from what he was doing. And after looking Kristen in the eyes, he couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger. After the chaos of the attack, investigators were trying to understand Randy's motive that night. So they searched his home where they found 7 boxes of 12-gauge shotgun ammunition, shooting goggles, ear protectors, and a shotgun buttstock. Police also ended up taking some of his notebooks with drawings and cartoons along with his computer as evidence. Together, these materials painted a clear picture for authorities, and digging deeper into his personal life reinforced that Randy was struggling with his gender identity and really documented his declining mental health. But the tapes he released that night, filmed over the past year planning the supermarket massacre, were the most telling, especially the strange details he focused on. You see, Randy was acutely concerned that his parents would throw away his posters after what happened, something that really shows how narcissistic he was. In the middle of planning a massacre, he was worried about his posters.
One thing I honestly hope that you guys do, give these posters to fans. You know, this room was something special. You know, the posters completely border the room. It looks amazing in here. Nobody's room looks quite like mine does, if you really think about it. It's very unique. I mean, you'll have my phone and all that. You could just post on my social media. Would anyone want these, you know? And I autographed the back of them. I autographed the back of all of them, so, you know, they're worth something.
But what's most clear in his tapes is how baffled Randy was that somehow no one took notice of the warning signs, especially his parents.
The warning signs were always there. They were there from the beginning. You could always say, what if, what if, what if? What could we have done? You know, how didn't we know? It was all there in front of your face. You know, welcome to reality.
In these final videos Randy released the night of the massacre, it's abundantly clear that he's lost all touch with reality. He even says that he believes the cartoon character Ember is a goddess.
I believe in a goddess, which is Ember.
He went so far as to document his unapologetic anticipation while sitting in his car, talking about how his colleagues are blissfully unaware of his plans. There are hours and hours of tapes to pore over, and that's what makes this case so chilling. Something I found shocking was just how precisely Randy had planned everything that was going to happen. Not only did he know who he would be working with and made sure to have 2 guns so nothing would stop him, and had videos ready to upload in the hour directly preceding the shooting, Randy also took the time to send an email to the actress who voiced the cartoon character Ember in the series he had created. Less than an hour before he shot his co-workers, Randy thanked her and said that by the time she read the email, he would be dead. Clearly, he had some very strange priorities in his last moments, but what's really crazy about this email is that in it, Randy apparently claims that he had a true purpose to his videos, including the final one, the promised Westboro High Massacre. The voiceover actress didn't go into the details about what exactly Randy's true purpose for the videos were, but I'm guessing it had something to do with his belief that when he died, he would cross over to the animated world. Now, this may sound like the end of the story to you, but it isn't, and Randy didn't think it was the end either. Again, all of the videos that Randy uploaded just before he took his own life told his side of the story. The bio of his Twitter profile even said that he was speaking from before and beyond the grave. Watching his videos, I realized that they show a slow progression from the funny and goofy guy in his earlier videos into the monster who would show up on the night of the shooting. I actually found it really surreal to watch the Westboro High Massacre video myself. It starts with a swear-filled rant before it shows Randy readying 2 rifles, which were the ones he used in the shooting, and it even includes a few cutaway scenes that show him in the grocery store. Of course, showing the place that would later become a crime scene was disturbing, but it was made all the weirder by being followed with sections of Randy playing on a schoolyard playground. Still, what makes the whole thing even more bizarre is the overall poor quality of his legacy video, and the hundreds of comments below it ridiculing him for exactly this reason. Randy even went so far to make part of his final video a tribute to himself, with clips of him playing and sad music underneath. It's interesting to consider why exactly Randy targeted the supermarket. In his journal entries, he talked about how targeting the supermarket would be lame, but for some reason he did it anyway. As it turns out, Randy said in one of his videos that his father was a manager there, and the two weren't exactly getting along.
Once I started having lousy grades and applying for jobs, and I hated him. Didn't even want to look at him. And then all he seemed to care about was like me getting a full-time job and making money, and then trying to move out of the house and start my own life and all this, which I knew I was never gonna love you. And I'll tell you one thing, back in elementary school, middle school,
details of his death, the autopsy revealed a couple of really interesting things, and as I go through what I found, the details will only get more intriguing. Reading the autopsy report, I found out that Randy was wearing black makeup at the time of his death. The report says that it was on his lips and in orbit patterns, which made me think that he had drawn his makeup to look like the swirls that Ember from Danny Phantom wears around her eyes. When his body was found, he apparently had women's clothing on underneath his regular clothing. And here's the most interesting find. Randy had 372 milliliters of diphenhydramine in his system when he died. For those of you who don't know, diphenhydramine is Benadryl, and you should never take more than the recommended amount as it can be fatal. But Randy had ingested way over the maximum that anyone should ever take. As soon as I saw this, I realized something. Randy would have been essentially suffering from an overdose that night. His vision would have been blurred. He could have felt really confused, unsteady, or drowsy. And most startlingly, he could have been suffering from seizures and hallucinations as well. I can only speculate about why Randy may have chosen to take this much of something that would harm him, but I think it's interesting to consider that he could have been seeing or hearing things that night. Of course, he had been planning this attack for a long time, and any hallucinations may not have affected what he did. But another really interesting element of this whole thing is Randy's own comments about drugs. In his own tapes, he talks about how he isn't interested in drugs. So why did he take a harmful amount of Benadryl that night? Was it to ensure that he didn't back out of his plan? Some people have speculated that he may have been hallucinating the animated character Ember. In a 2018 interview, Kristen came forward to speak on her experience, and she emphasized that Randy was suffering from a mental illness, and that the man who carried out these evil acts wasn't the person she and her co-workers knew and loved. This was someone different. After speaking with other employees, she says everyone agreed on one thing. They never saw this coming. And maybe that's the scariest part.
Yeah, you're catching like the tail end of it, Wisconsin, but I hope you have a good lunch break, bro.
Nobody could see the hidden demons just below the surface of Randy's quiet and unassuming demeanor until it was much too late.
That's crazy, dude. That was wild. The last two videos we watched were just bangers. But yeah, bro, you caught the tail end of it. I'm sorry. I'm about to get off, you guys. I mean, dude, I'm being censored. I've been live 2 hours. Since when do I only have 10 people in here? And I appreciate you guys for being here. It's nothing against it. I'm just saying, like, why am I being censored? Like, you know, like, we need to keep growing. We need to keep getting to the top. And it's weird how I go from, I mean, go look at my views. Go look at the drop. It's just crazy. So, but I appreciate you guys for riding with me every single day, because you guys motivate me, man. Because I don't know why I'm being censored, but when I am, at least I know I got you guys. But I appreciate you guys, man. I'm going to get off. I'm tired. I also need to clean before my daughters come back. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you have a good lunch, Wisconsin. And I hope you have a good weekend as well. Stacy, I hope you have a good weekend as well. Skippy, everybody, Two Worlds. Appreciate you guys.